Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the number one chief rocker, Uncle Freezy, in the building. Tonight, we're going to talk about hip hop through the years. I have something I wrote down, everybody, so I'm just going to read it. I'm going to read it, and then hopefully it'll give everyone a sense of what we're looking to accomplish tonight, right? So, tonight we're going to go down memory lane, and we're not necessarily talking about Run DMC or Public Enemy or NWA or any of the household names, right? Tonight we're talking about the other guys, mostly the other guys. The groups that might not have sold millions of records, the groups that might not have had a long run, but maybe they was here for a minute and you enjoyed that minute. So we're going to talk about them a little bit, about them tonight. My main man, Triborough Gigolo from the Dead Ain't Rap podcast, I'll be here soon enough. We talked about this a little while ago, and so putting the idea together. I was running late, everybody. Now listen, I was running late. I just had to, you know what I'm saying? I was running late, and then, so we're just gonna talk about we're gonna pull some names out of the hip hop laundry bag, so to speak. We're gonna talk about them for a little bit. I want to do some 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, but I also know that we have to talk about some current hip hop stuff, the current state of hip hop. So if this is your first time being here, right? If this is your first time being here, subscribe to the channel, of course. Of course, I'm going to ask you to do that like everybody else does when you visit their channel. Hit the like button. Put some comments in the comment section. Right? What did you like about the conversation? What did you dislike about the conversation? What did you dislike about hip hop history? What did you feel like you wanted, you were robbed of? What did you want more of? Right? So I'm gonna start this journey. So I gotta start it with the Sugar Hill Gang, but I don't want to stay talking about the Sugar Hill Gang, right? Because there are a couple of groups that came out like a little bit, just like a year or two later, that I think turned hip hop into what it is. So the year is like 1970. It's like 1977 or so, right? Yo, Chop Low in the building, salute. So the year is like 1977-ish. And like we're hearing like this music that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like we're hearing like this music and I thought I said try. Did I send you the link? I thought I sent Chopper the link. Oh, I sent it to the wrong person. Hey, Triborough, my bad. I sent the text to the wrong person. Let me correct that mistake, right? And then get it right. Let me hold on. Let me correct that mistake. Let me copy that. Let me copy this. And there it is. My bad, bro. My bad. I sent the link to the wrong person, y'all. So that should fix it. That should fix it. Okay. All right. So the year is like 1977, and people are walking around the city. People are walking around the city like, no lie. Let me rewind it a little bit. So I'm out on the island, right? Little, maybe, I don't know, man, like 10 years old, something, I don't know, 9, 10 years old. And my cousins, they got like this tape. They like, my cousins was listening to a tape that one of their cousins got from the city. right? Like it was supposed to be like, yo, you can't, you know what I'm saying, sell tapes or whatever. You had to buy it from the people that was making the music, right? And so we listened to the tape, and all we hear is, what's the hottest song in '77? What's the hottest disco song in '77? I can't remember the name of the song, but Borough was in the building. Salute. Salute.
What's good?
Hey man, I was just telling the chat that and for the thousands of people that are gonna watch this, listen, me and Triborough know hip hop and y'all don't, right? So if you want to get educated on hip hop, check out the That Ain't Rap podcast on Wednesdays at 8. Make sure even if you jump in late, sometimes it go to 12, sometimes it go to 11. Just jump in and get any piece that you can. You know what I'm saying? Hang out with the crew. The chat is crazy. Shout out to the chat for the That Ain't Rap podcast. They phenomenal. They show up every week and on time and be supporting, right? So I'm trying to get through this story. Let me restate. So it was 1977. I'm out on the island. My grandmother works in an area called Fall Rockaway. Right. But she don't live in Fall Rock, right? She comes to Fall Rock off the island, right? And so we go visit my grandmother. I'm sorry, my great grandmother, right? Go visit my great grandmother. We got cousins out there, right? And they listening to a tape, and I think it was the song may have been oh my gosh. I don't want to say it was Peaches and Herb. I think it was Do the Hustle. You remember that song?
Yeah, I remember that.
Hustle. So the instrumental comes. I hear it. I'm like, oh, because in Jersey City, if you don't know how to do the hustle, girls, the chicks, the ladies really ain't gonna holler at you like that.
Right.
Because back in the day, a man had to be able to dance. If you couldn't dance, if you had 2 left feet, it's just like that, right? So hey, East Blue Drew, I'm about to. Don't stop giving it away. East Blue Drew, you see my thing up here? Stop stealing my notes, East Blue Drew. I'm a trustee. Diggable Planets and Arrested Development will be a part of this conversation. Trust me.
Yeah.
Right. But on the terms of the hip hop that I heard the song playing, I was dancing and they kept hitting me. What you doing? You ain't supposed to be dancing to this. Right. And I'm like, yo, what you talking about? And then I hear people voices. It's all crackled, like bad. They just had bad equipment. Like you could hear somebody rap and then the crowd go crazy in the background, right? It was like, yo, he was like, yo, I got new shoes because I had the blues. And yo, ho, and the crowd was like, ho, just losing their mind. The MC was Triborough. The MC was worse than the rapping Duke, bro. The MC on the tape was what they call wackadoodle, bro. But the crowd was going crazy. The energy, bro. The energy on the tape. Now you could bet we had it cranked all the way up to you. Yeah, I remember when I don't know if y'all chat, I don't know if y'all remember this, but when your dial had 10 on it, and then there was a little dial in the middle, like you could just turn it up to like 3, which means extra power on your boombox, right? But that extra power used to kill your battery though. But anyway, so we listening, and I'm like, yo, did he say Christmas and Isthmus? Did this dude just say dog, frog, hog? Yeah, is this? They like, yeah, you like that, right? I'm like, yo, I love the energy of this, but I think I can do it. And my cousins, them like, yo, you think you could do anything? This is back in the Lee Majors days, the Bionic Man days. They're like, yo, you think you can do anything, right?
Right.
But my guys, like, they put me on. So we listened to this tape. We listened to the tape pop to rock until the tape popped. Like, legit, it was like an old gospel tape where you remember how we used to manipulate the tape.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You have to use like a pen or a pencil.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah, and yeah, because we were listening to it, and then there'd be certain parts where the preaching would come in on the tape.
Right.
Like, what? And then it'd go back to like the rapping. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. What is that? It was like, I don't know. They just be rocking down in the Bronx. And I was like, yo, in the Bronx? I love the Bronx.
Yeah.
I spent time in the Bronx, man. I got people in the Bronx. My grandfather used to drive buses in the Bronx.
Right.
Right. He used to get us for the summer. To me, the Bronx reminded me of Jersey City. Right. So when they said it was in the Bronx, I was like, yo, we got to go to the Bronx. I begged my auntie. We used to be with them on the island. I begged my auntie on the island, you know what I'm saying? Can we go to the Bronx? Can we go to see? She's like, that fool at work. He ain't gonna be babysitting y'all. He drive the bus.
Yeah.
Like, we ain't going to see him, really. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like, we just going to find out where his music is at. And so, no lie, when we first heard it, we thought it was like only for the adults. You know what I'm saying? Because we was here in the crowd and all that. We get to the Bronx, bro, and it's like kids my age and younger is rapping, bro. And you listening to them, and they like, yo, my teacher jerk gave me homework. Oh, like just all kind of just weird lyrics was garbage.
But it probably sounded dope back then, though.
The energy was crazy. That's the thing about hip hop that I think is an underrated thing. Like, legitimately, the thing that makes hip hop is not that, you know, hip hop was created in Jersey City and moved to the Bronx. And no wild idea like that. That ain't it. Hip hop was like the wild feeling of expression that frustrated people can get on a thing and have somebody cheer for them for a little while. Right. That's what hip hop was. So so over the years, like 78, 79, maybe into 80, we hear these tapes, all of them whack. Like, every man, woman, and child I knew walked around New York with a black composite. Remember the black marble notebooks?
Yeah, the school notebooks.
Yeah. And ink pens. Dudes had like 4 or 5 ink pens with them just to write rhymes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So one day we sitting on the stoop on Van Nostrand, and I hear a dude clear as day on the radio. Now, mind you, all the hip hop that I heard before this was on them crackly tapes, right? They were so fragile, right? Those tapes were so fragile that if the radio got warm, it might warp the tape and pop the tape. That's how fragile them tapes was. Because we was getting them from Poppy, we was getting them out bodegas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 3 for 79 cents.
They were $5 over here, though.
Yeah. And so we sitting on the stoop, right? No lie, we sitting on the stoop. It's like, it's cold. The hawk is out, but ain't no snow on the ground. It's like one of them. It's like, so it must be like February, right? Because ain't no snow on the ground. It's the hawk was out. The hawk was, when I say the hawk was out, y'all, the hawk was. Yo, we sit. So this dude is parking his car, and when he parking his car, we hear a hip hop, a hip it to the hip hop. You don't stop the rocket to the bang bang boogie. Up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogity beat. And I'm like, yo, what is that? It's so clear. Strawberry is on the radio.
Right.
The dude's coming through. The dude parking the car is on his radio. And I'm like, yo, we looking around, everybody standing up looking around like, yo, what is that? And hand to the man is as if when the mic was talking to us, he was like, what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat. Me, the crew, and my squad, we gonna try to move your feet. I am Wonder Mike, and I like to say hello. And we hearing that, we like everybody walking to my man car. And my man is like mad nervous. Remember, this is for those that don't, this is in the city. So, you know what I'm saying? This is like crime is crazy. But we was innocent kids. This dude didn't know that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We like, yo, my man, what is that? Turn that up.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, I'm going upstairs. They're like, oh man, turn it up. He's like, yo, I'm telling you, I'm going to go upstairs. And y'all better not touch my car. And I'm like, yo, turn it up. So we didn't get to hear the end of it. Right. I think one of my homeboys hit him with a juice container. Like, it was like, but so we hear it on the radio, and we like, yo, Trapper, them dudes is rich. The first thing I thought of, because when we saw them rapping not this group, but when we saw rappers in general in the Bronx, they was broke like us. They was like asking us for a dime. They was thirsty too. You know what I'm saying? So, but you hear dude on the radio, the first thing you think is they rich. Right. And then when I heard my man say, I got a color TV so I can see the Knicks play basketball.
Yeah.
Eventually, of course, I heard that part later on in the day because they played that song to death. I didn't hear it at that time. But what I knew in that moment was I am hip hop. I love rap music. And when I grow up, back then, I was like, I might have been 12. So I was like, yo, son, I promise you, when I grow up, when I turn 14 years old, I'm going to be a rapper and I'm going to smoke cigarettes.
Wow.
You know how it is when you're a kid, you had wild OD dreams. So I hear the Sugar Hill Gang, and I'm like, this is something I have never tried. I have never heard anything like that in my life. Now, mind you, I was young, and so was hip hop. Right. And so was the Sugar Hill Gang. Right. But when I heard it, I was like, yo, I absolutely got to get more of that. And it wasn't just me, because it seemed like the radio station would play the Sugar Hill Gang 3 times an hour.
Right. That was a joint.
Right. What about your experience with hip hop? Let me ask you.
What, my introduction?
Yeah.
My introduction was seeing the video for Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5, The Message. And there used to be a video show on ABC on Friday nights in the 80s called New York Hot Tracks.
With Carlos de Jesus.
Yes. Rest in peace. I think he passed away.
Yeah.
So a lot of those, like, this is like the time when like VCRs was like just coming in. They were like a thing. And I used to like record the videos to watch it back. Like when they world premiered Beat It, from Thriller on that. That's the first time I seen who Michael Jackson was. I didn't know who Michael was before then. I didn't know about the Jackson 5 and all that. So when I'm watching Beat It, and I'm like, yo, like the dance moves he was doing and the moonwalk, and he had the red leather jacket on, and that was like my intro to Michael. And then watching The Message on there, and they seeing them in like the Bronx with like all the burnt out buildings, and they were dressed up in like they looked like space cowboys, but the beat was dope though. I like the song, and what he's talking about in the song is still timeless today, and then seeing Blondie when she came out with Rapture, and she had her little rap in that song.
Yeah.
And she shouting out Fab Five Freddy in that song. And then later on, I'm looking at You on TV Raps, and it's Fab Five Freddy that's the host.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
out Flash. And who Flash is. Yeah.
Right. And I still got that record on vinyl, that Rapture joint. You know what I'm saying? And when Houdini come out with One Love, and I went to the record store, I went to Nobody Beats the Wiz in downtown Brooklyn, and I bought that cassette single. It had like a red case, and it had like the instrumental and radio mix and 7-inch mix and all that, and you know, that was like my introduction, and everything else. UTFO comes out, and Real Roxanne, Force MDs come out, and you know, I bought stuff, and that was like my introduction to rap. It was Blondie and the Message.
Bro, it seems like it came out like a tidal wave.
Yeah.
Right? Because I remember hearing the Sugar Hill Gang, right? And then like around September, around September, I started hearing Christmas rap.
Right.
Y'all don't judge me. I didn't play the record. I didn't play the record.
I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? They was getting Christmas rap out there early, right? So I had Christmas rap, right? And then I hear the breaks. These are the breaks.
I remember that,
And I'm like, yo. I remember telling my mom. I ain't tell my mom because she would say something about church. And we gotta put that money in church. I remember telling my pop, I'm like, Jim, you need to get a second job so I can get some DJ equipment for Radio Shack. And my father's like, my father, when he got mad, he talked real fast and shit. I got it wrong. So on our block, we never had any of that, but the music kept coming out. We heard of like the Treacherous 3. They did Feel the Heartbeat over the Tanner Gardner disco song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it seemed like everybody was doing it. If there was a disco song that was a hit, somebody was gonna rap on it. Right. And little did we know that was gonna be true, because later on down the road, we would hear songs like Sky's the Limit.
Yeah.
Which is actually taken from a D Train song,
right?
Or Juicy by M. Toomey,
right?
You know what I'm saying? We gonna hear, you know. But Trapper, even though there was a tsunami of rap groups that came out back then, do you remember any of the groups?
You mean like the early groups?
Yeah, like the Soul Sonic Force.
Yeah, I remember like hearing on the radio, Planet Rock. I remember hearing that, and like I said, like the earliest groups for me was like Grandmaster Flash Furious 5, you know, Treacherous 3, Houdini, UTFO. Force MDs, you know, people feel like Force MDs were just R&B, but they actually rapped on their albums.
Yeah, they did.
You know what I'm saying? Like here and there, but they wasn't like a full blown rap group. But they were like one of my earliest introductions. You know, Sugar Hill Gang. I still got the Rapper's Delight on vinyl. It was just everything else. Run DMC comes in and it was like, I think once Run DMC came out, they blew the doors off, and they made it commercial and you know, came in with Aerosmith, and I didn't know who Aerosmith was at that time when Walk This Way comes out, but I knew they were like a rock group because they had the guitars and they playing the drums and they had the long hair, they dressed differently, you know what I'm saying? And you know, once Walk This Way came out, it was a rap. Like that was like one of my first like rap albums on vinyl. Was getting that, you know, Raising Hell album, and it was just everything else from there, you know what I'm saying? So Run DMC really opened the doors, but before then it was like you had your groups here and there, you know?
Absolutely. I think in those days, I think what happened in those days when Houdini came out as grown men at age like 22, 23, 24 years old,
yeah,
we started to think that maybe rap is an old man game.
Right.
But at the same time, the Disco 3 came out. And when the Disco 3 came out, everybody, for those that don't know who the Disco 3 are, they are the Fat Boys, right? Mm-hmm. The Disco 3 was not a mainstream marketable name because first of all, disco was already playing itself out, right? And then everybody and their mama had a disco name, right? Double Trouble, the Crash Crew, the Funky 4+1, the Furious 5, the Soul Brothers, everybody, like everybody had that kind of had it, you know what I'm saying? Had that kind of name, like, you know, Jazzy 5, the B-Boys, the Funky 4+1, you know what I'm saying? Like all of them, and shout out to them, but everybody had a name like that.
Yeah.
But the Fat Boys come out, and they're out at the same time as Run DMC. The Fat Boys come out, and for people with limited funds like myself, I have to make grown man decisions. Right? Like the tape is $7. All I have is $7, and I have to choose between Curtis Blow, Houdini, Run DMC, and the Fat Boys. And if you're a kid and you see the Fat Boys videos, you see them having so much fun. You're like, you know what? I'm not gonna buy these. Now I ain't ready to buy the Fat Boys. But I tell you what, I'm gonna go next week and get Run DMC, because Run DMC got grown-ups in the video, like looking like, you know what I'm saying? Like different from the other groups of the past, but little did we know them was just people. Run DMC and the Fat Boys are the same age, right? But we didn't know it at the time, because one group dressed up like Russian mobsters, and the other ones looked like these are the only clothes they can afford, right? So when you look at them, you're like, okay. And so what I did, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just wait till next week. You know what I'm saying? But then they came out with a joint called Stick 'em, with it, like the dude with beatboxing. And my mind is blown. I'm like, yo, what is he doing? They're like, nah, son, my man is beatboxing. And I'm like, beatboxing? What is that? And then you go outside, everybody.
We're trying to do it, we was trying to do that.
Yeah, we like, somebody done changed the game. Bro, we heard, man, when I heard Stick 'em, when that dude started rolling, Stick 'em, huh? You know, oh, was that Run DMC? That wasn't Run DMC. That
was Fat Boys.
That was Fat Boys, right.
But it was like a lot of people that was doing that though.
Right. Bro, when I heard beatboxing for the first time, bro, I was like, yo, you could just get my mind up off the floor, bro. It's literally, it's in a million pieces. But the reason why I say that, though, is because I think innovation led to elevation in the 80s. Like if you were different, you could be number one.
Yeah. I mean, it was like that in the 90s too. Like there was a lot of artists stood out from everybody else, but then you had your copycats, you know, because like the record label started to get like hip to the game, and they're like seeing who's making money, and oh, well, we need a carbon copy of this person because he sound, you know what I'm saying? We got to get somebody that sound like this, that could do the same thing like him, you know. But 80s, it was like, I feel like the production for the most part a lot of it sounded the same, but lyrically, Run DMC sounded different from Furious 5 and Treacherous 3, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but the production elevated as the years went on. We started to see, you know, the breakout producers in the 90s compared to like the 80s when it was like everybody had the same breakbeat.
When it was just Larry Smith, and when it was just Davey DMX, when it was just Rick Rubin, you know what I'm saying? Like when it was just the same, you know what I'm saying? And so one of the things in the 80s, I just want to do a shout out to, there's some groups from the 80s that people forget. Like, for one, let me shout out Super Lover C and Casanova Rudd. Let me shout out Audio 2. Right? Let me shout out Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Right? The Cold Crush Brothers. Y'all know, for those that don't know, Casanova Fly. Well, his whole name is the Grandmaster Casanova Fly. right? Like either you know him as Grandmaster Caz or you know him
Right.
as Casanova Fly, whichever.
Right.
Right. To me, I think his ink pen, excuse me, deserves a Heisman. Like that dude, ink pen deserves a Heisman, bro. Like nobody wrote rhymes like him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he is the forerunner of your Jay-Z's, your Nas's, your AZ's, your OC's, anybody that spit that lyrical shit with that conversational tone. Rakim,
Right. Right.
Big Daddy Kane. They owe it all. They should all be put in blessings at the altar of Grandmaster Caz.
Right.
Because, you know, and I just wanted to shout him out because the 80s, while we did get some whackness, we did get the Disco Duck rapping album.
Right.
We did get the rapping Duke. Shout out to Sean too, because I think he's still living in. I still think he's still living in Brownsville, bro. He just gone about his life, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were other groups from the 80s though that tilted into the 90s. Nice and Smooth, Third Base, De La Soul, Jungle Brothers, Sonic, Ultramag, PE,
Right.
Eric B and Rakim. But I just wanted to shout out some of the one-hit wonders in the 80s. Shout out to Steezo. Steezo had a joint called "It's My Turn."
Yeah, I remember
that. Had everybody doing that goofy ass thing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Redhead Kingpin.
Oh.
Yeah, shout out to
I remember it was Redhead Kingpin in the FBI.
Yeah.
I remember him. He had like the high top fade. It was like red on top.
Yeah.
I don't remember none of his songs. I remember his videos, like, but I never bought like anything that he had.
He had a joint called "Do the Right Thing."
Okay.
He had a joint. He had a banger called "Pump It Hottie," and all the hook was "Pump it, Hottie, pump it." And it was like when you play it over your loudspeakers, bro. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to what's that rapper Ice-T brought out? The white dude, Everlast. Shout out to Everlast. Ice-T was trying to bring him out in the 80s.
Right. Yeah, he was with Rom Syndicate, and then he I think he left and started House of Pain.
Yeah. Shout out to Sweet Tea on a smooth tip.
Yeah, I remember her.
Shout out to Antoinette.
I remember
Original Gangsta, her MC Light and they beefs. Shout out to Sparky D, who recently passed away.
Rest in peace.
The most beautiful rapper you have ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
Sparky D and her date. She ain't had to say. She could have just stood there, just ain't say nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody said who's Everlasting Sweet Tea? Everlast, like the group House of Pain with that song "Jump Around." He was the lead rapper in that group.
Yeah.
You gotta go back to '92 for that one. And Sweet Tea, I saw Sweet Tea in concert like I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago. She still look good. She still look fine. Yeah,
she's still sharp with the mouth. She had a song on the show soundtrack called "What's Up, Star."
What's Up, Star? Right. She performed that. She performed that at the show. Yeah. I remember that.
Blowing my speakers to pieces, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Sweet Tea. Shout out to who else? Who else we want to get? Dana Dane.
Yep. Nightmares. That was my joint. Nightmares joint. He had some other joints. I didn't know too much of his stuff either, because to me he was like a Slick Rick knockoff. Yo, he had like the same British accent. I'm like, how come we got all these rappers with the British accent?
Yeah, because they created that style in Harlem.
Right.
Him and Slick Rick used to be in a crew called the Gucci Crew.
Right. See, but Slick Rick is actually from London. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Dana Dane from there. So it was like he had the same accent. I'm like, boy, I think that's why he didn't get a lot of promotion like that.
But Slick Rick also took Harlem and Brooklyn's style.
Right.
Right. Like, so it's like what you see in Slick Rick. Now, I'm not gonna say dudes in London wasn't dressing like that, but I'm gonna say dudes in London was not dressing like that.
Right.
They weren't dressing like Slick Rick. Now,
Nah.
come on, man. You know that's American right there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So I think they probably took a little bit away from both. But one of the things that we can't take away from both of them dudes are probably top 50 storytelling rappers of all time.
Yeah.
Because
sure.
Dana Dane had Dana Dane with Fame and Nightmares.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Nightmares.
Night.
That's my joint. That's my joint.
Yeah. So it's like you know, a little. I guess it's a pinch off this and you know, and a dab of that, and you know,
right.
Who else from the '80s did we? Yo, Randall, what's good?
Salute.
Any other rappers from the '80s? Special Ed.
Oh yeah, Special Ed. Yeah, Special Ed. Magnificent. That was my joint.
Rob Bass and Easy Rock.
Yes. It Takes Two. Rest in peace to both of them, because both of them passed away.
Both of them passed away, yeah.
Yeah.
Kid and Play?
Kid and Play don't get a lot of recognition. I don't know why. Like I wanted to do like this. I wanted to do a whole show on them. I'm like, they were like the only rap group to have their own Saturday morning cartoon. That was unheard of back then in the 90s on NBC. And I'm waking up on Saturday morning like at 10:30 to watch their show. You know what I'm saying? And they, you know, they were like one of the first to be successful in Hollywood. House Party.
Yeah.
That whole series was great.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying? Their albums was fire. The 2 Hype album, Front House was like my favorite one. Front House, Face the Nation I got on vinyl. Face the Nation was dope.
They got a song called Energy.
Energy was my joint. Yeah.
Fire, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And they've done songs with like Salt and Pepper. The Salt and Pepper was like the female version of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That needs to be, they need to do a versus, like Kid and Play versus Salt and Pepper.
Salt and Pepper. Yeah.
That would be dope. That would be dope.
That would be dope. Who else? Audio 2.
Audio 2, yeah.
The 2
yeah.
Audio. Brand Nubian.
Brand Nubian for sure. Brand Nubian.
Man, it's so many.
Mike Geronimo. We going into the 90s now. Mike Geronimo.
Yeah. If we had 90, we could talk about the 90s. If we going into the 90s, man, the 90s was different, bro.
Yeah, for sure. It was a lot of slept on artists.
What was your favorite part of the 90s, hip hop wise?
My favorite part was like the fashion. Like the fashion, it was like a fashion show going to school like every day. Like when we had like, and it wasn't just about Jordans. We had Bo Jacksons, we had the Chris Webbers, we had the Scottie Pippens, the Barkleys, the Pippins. We had it all. Like the grandmamas. It wasn't just like these kids now. All they wear is Jordans. We didn't just have Jordans back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, and back then it was like our parents was like, yo, like Jordans were money. Like they money still now. But back then they were like, yo, like they cost a lot. And you know what I'm saying? Is I only had a couple of Jordans during the 90s, but like we had a variety. Like everybody was, you know, we had a more like an assorted flavors of like different footwear and jeans and all that. And the fashion was great, man. When Cross Colors came out, that was epic. That was like finally we got a clothing line for us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Before FUBU, we had Cross Colors and we had like Major Damage and used jeans and all that and Travel Fox. If anybody remember Travel Fox, I'm dating myself. Travel Fox was like back in like the 80s, 90s. And we had Travel Fox and we had like some of the best fashion back then. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that stuff it's not even out now. It's like I wish some of those things came back.
I'm gonna say my favorite part of the 90s, and then I'm gonna jump back to Charbells. Not to jump around, I just don't want to forget. So my favorite part of the 90s, right? My favorite part of the 90s is when you saw a rapid expansion in hip hop.
Yeah.
Like places starting to develop. Like who in the world is rapping out of New Orleans, Louisiana. We let y'all have Miami and y'all went full.
Right.
Right? Like we let y'all have yeah, we let y'all have Me So Horny in the 80s. What's the Me So Horny dude?
2 Live Crew.
Yeah, we let y'all have 2 Live Crew.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then now y'all took 2 Live Crew and then y'all did Poison Clan and now y'all got dudes from Louisiana rapping, right? Dudes from St. Louis rapping, dudes from Atlanta. Dudes from Atlanta, Georgia got rappers. I'll never forget telling myself that, right? I heard the bass line to one of the greatest songs in hip hop history, right? And so the first group of rappers, like the first syndicate of rappers, was like these little kids, like Aisha, these were the guys. And they used to rap. They used to sing. Some used to sing, some used to rap, whatever.
Right.
They wasn't hip hop. They wasn't rappers, and they wasn't R&B. They was just.
It was a mix.
Yeah, they was just Belle Biv DeVoe, basically. They were like. And so these 2 Salt and Pepper kids come out and diss ABC out the blue.
Right.
And like, look at these two Salt and Pepper. They look like they up to trouble. Not to sound like Bernie Mac, but not to sound like Bernie Mac, but I saw the dark skin for the first time I laid eyes on him. He had the little twisty braids with barrettes in his hair, like the girls used to wear.
Right.
I was like, oh, he looked like he up to no good. This dude about to slash your tires. But I heard they song
Jump. Yeah.
Right. And my homeboy, so we in the, whatever. My man busting the room. Yo, my man Norris. He from Patterson. I'm sorry, he from Passaic. Right? He busted the room. Yo, you gotta hear this. And he put the thing in there, and we hit the thing. He go, Daddy Mac, Daddy Super Cat, make them jump. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, they doing a remix with Super Cat. They must be official.
Yeah. I
listened to the album. No,
you didn't like it, the first one?
It was just too young for me, bro.
I
missed the bus.
I remember when I bought it. I was a huge Criss Cross fan. Even now, like when you hear it now, it sounds dated.
Yeah.
But that's because of like the time that it came out in 92, and I mean they were barely teenagers. They're not gonna they're not gonna rhyme about guns and girls and all that. They were more into like looking fly and the money.
Those CDs here next year.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it was like Jermaine Dupri could only do so much with them at that time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But they sold millions. I remember seeing them on Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous with Robin Leach. Only rap group to be on that show.
Only.
Because they were like already millionaires by when they were like 13, 14 years old.
13, 14 years old. I think Robin Leach asked him, like, where are your parents at? And one of them said, my parents work for me. When I heard that, bro, I was like,
yeah. Yeah.
Yo, that dark skin one, I think he went.
Daddy.
Yeah, I think he went nothing but trouble. I don't know if that was just a persona or whatever it was.
Right.
Whatever it was entertaining. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So man.
That was like one of the biggest songs in '92 was Jump. You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't escape it. It was on the radio. The video was being played all the time. You had cars going by, they playing it. The look, the fashion, they wearing they jeans backwards, and I never could do that. I'm like, I just didn't like it, but it fit them for who they was.
They wore them backwards because inside out was wiggity whack.
Right, but when you look at their photos, they rocking the starter baseball jerseys. They rocking the Jordan Concords. They rocking, the satin baseball jackets and all that. That's still fashion now. You know what I'm saying? They had like the big gold chains. Like they were rap stars at that age.
bro, they had to legitimately. I remember they told a story on Yo MTV Raps
Yeah.
where he was like, "Yo, we can't even go to the mall no more. When we go to the
Mm-hmm.
mall, the
They get
yo,
'em.
the Fulton County something 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 got to
Mm-hmm.
be out there to the." I was like, "The Fulton County such and such and such." What? Yo, y'all gotta call. Y'all gotta call the police ahead of time and tell them y'all going to the
Yeah.
mall.
Yep.
What the
I think that was like when I saw that happen to them. I think that was like the first time I seen like young stars like of their age go through that, and then later on seeing, oh well, Justin Bieber went through that, and Chris Brown and
yeah.
NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, they went through the same thing like Chris was.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, that's that's one of the things that I and the fashion for sure,
Mm-hmm.
but the expansion of hip hop from Seattle, Washington
Mm-hmm.
to Los Angeles, California, and just everywhere. I mean, a group from the '80s called Sir Mix-a-Lot
Yeah.
had a joint in the
Mm-hmm.
'80s. They had two fire joints,
Yeah.
right? They had they had My Posse's on Broadway,
Right.
and they had a song called My Hoopty.
Right.
And I knew right then that Sir Mix-a-Lot, I was like, that Sir Mix-a-Lot dude know how to make money,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because he was on MTV, like, yo, for the, I think he said something crazy, like for the 1 millionth caller or something.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Odie, the 1 millionth caller can get this call that I'm in. This is my hoopty. The
Wow.
1 millionth caller to MTV. Something wow, OD, some crazy number.
Right.
Next thing you know, my hoopty is playing on MTV. Like, you can't even get, bro, you can't even get Guns N' Roses on there because Sir
Mm-hmm.
Mix-a-Lot is on there with my hoopty.
Yeah. Facts.
But he'll be known again for another song later on
Right.
when we talk about the 90s. Oh, we'll get deeper into the 90s.
Right.
Any artists in the 90s that you want to give shouts out to that
Uh,
deserve love that
Mike
maybe not on the radar?
Mike Geronimo for sure, because he was all about lyricism, and he didn't have a lot of fanfare, but like people knew like, yo, like he got bars. You know, who else? The whole boot camp clique. I feel like the whole boot camp clique has been, you know, other than Sean Price and Black Moon. I feel like the rest of the camp has been severely slept on
Yeah,
over the years, and they've had like a lot of great artists to come through that camp. Even like a well-known artist like Keras One. He's done stuff with them with Buckshot, and Be Real dropped his first solo album on Duck Down. A lot of people forget that.
yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And they've had like a lot of great artists. They've done stuff with,
Oh, we didn't say, oh, we didn't get, okay, I'm sorry.
Joy. They've done a lot of stuff with Joy Badass and Pro Ever, that his crew over the years, and they still relevant now. Like it's great to see them celebrate 30 years in the game and be independent and do it their way without having to sacrifice their integrity and their artistry for money.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So them, the whole boot camp clique, Hyro crew on the West Coast, same with them, Casual and Dell, Souls of Mischief, Pep Love. That whole crew over there, they're like the West Coast boot camp clique. Like they've been doing it for 30 years, and they've been on major labels. They left major labels and went independent. They got their own Hyro Day out there in Oakland,
Right.
and that's great to see them still doing it after all these years.
Hey,
It's a lot though. It's a lot of artists.
it's a lot of artists. Shout out
Yeah.
to Bahamadia.
Bahamadia, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Bahamadia.
Yeah.
Shout out to, and this is just artists of the 90s that don't get no love, and they should.
Mhm.
Shout out to MC Breed.
Yeah.
Shout out to Trick Daddy.
Big Daddy, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out to JT Money.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Shout out to MC Ren.
Yeah.
Because throughout all the NWS stuff, he is the least of them. People just don't talk about him much.
Right.
They talk about Dre, Cube, Easy,
Mm-hmm.
Snoop, Eminem, 50 Cent, all right, whoever come out of that tree, they talk about,
Right.
but they don't talk about MC Ren.
Facts.
Shout out to MC Trouble, who came out in 1991. She passed away
Yeah.
prematurely.
Yeah.
Or night, she came out in 1990 and passed away.
1990, yeah.
And passed away prematurely.
Yeah.
Shout out to Red Hot Lover Tone. Mm-hmm. For those that people, you're not gonna know who that chat. Y'all not gonna know who that is. I tell you, he famous, right? Mm-hmm. But so shout out to Red Hot Lover Tone. Shout out to what's my guy name that was in the Gas Face video? The dude that
MF Doom, Sub Rock.
Yeah, and it was another dude, the dude with the cross color stuff on. He's like,
I forgot
because he goes
it's Zed Love X. Zed Love X and Sub Rock was the brother. That was Zed Love X brother.
Yeah, they brothers. Yeah.
KMD.
Yeah. Shout out to KMD.
Yeah.
Hey, Reg is in the chat. Salute, Reg.
Salute.
Reg, so we just honoring rap through the generations. Trying to think about rappers from the 90s that need love.
Yo-Yo. I mentioned Yo-Yo before we got on here.
I'm still laughing.
Yo-Yo for sure.
I'm still laughing.
She didn't get a lot of promotion because she was from the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? But she's still fine now, and she got like her own cooking show on streaming. That's dope. And like I was a huge Yo-Yo fan back then.
Yeah, shout out to Silk Times Leather also.
Yeah, they're dope.
Yeah, Silk Times Leather.
Mm-hmm. Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
I heard a guy on another platform say that their double album wasn't classic, and I think he's crazy. I'm like, All the War is a certified classic.
It's certified classic stuff.
5 night classic double album.
Dude just he just clicking. He trying to get clickbait. So.
And he followed me too. I'm just like, bro, like how you on a platform and everything come out your mouth is negative.
Yeah. Shout out to Bone Thugs and Harmony. Shout out to chat. Listen to me, chat. Every time we do hip hop, I forget one person, and people swear up and down that it's my. Hey, Miss Smoker, you in there? What do you call it when two people look exactly the same? Not twins.
Doppelganger.
Yeah.
Doppelganger.
Thank you, Chopper. People swear up and down that my doppelganger made rap music in the 80s. Shout out to Heavy D and the boys, bro.
Yes, Heavy D.
Always forget about Heavy D and the boys.
Right.
We always forget about them, and they dope. Dope.
Yeah.
You know, Heavy D and the boys held down hip hop for like 10 years.
And the only big guy that could dance his ass off better than his dances.
And dress like a king.
And dress for a big guy. Like he made he was like the Gerald Levert of hip hop.
Yeah, he was like
you know what I'm saying? Like my mom had a crush on Heavy D. Like he was just so cool, and he showed his personality. He was just dope, man. And we lost a legend. Yeah,
we lost the legend too soon, man. We lost the legend too soon. Shout out to speaking of Heavy D, shout out to Pete Rock and CL Smooth.
Yes, I hope they get back together. I saw a post. There was somebody that Pete Rock put up a post with like the old Call Canal ad with them, and he put like something underneath the post, you know, like something about still the same frame or something. So I don't know if he's like trying to reach out to CL Smooth, but we need that reunion to happen. That's as long as we do.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Heavy D. Shout out to Chubb Rock.
Chubb Rock, yeah.
Man, definitely. Shout out to Chubb Rock, man, a legend.
Yeah.
Did we mention Public Enemy yet?
Public Enemy, yes.
Okay.
They Hall of Famers. Everybody should know who they are.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. What about sleeper rappers from the 90s? Like what rap album do you have that you might be ashamed of, that you might hide if you have company?
I ain't hiding them. I used to have. I'm gonna tell you. I used to be a huge Vanilla Ice fan. Like when he first came out with Ice Ice Baby, I actually bought To the Extreme on cassette back then, and he had some joints on there. But I mean, I think the arrogance of him being real arrogant and and cocky and acting like he was like the best thing in hip hop at that time. And people remember, like, I remember when he was on the Arsenio Hall show and he did that interview and he was real cocky. And I think after watching that, like people like they canceled him because he was not the best thing in hip hop. And then it was like he was lying about where he was from. One minute he was from Dallas, the next minute he was from Miami. And
Yeah.
but for that one album, I was like a Vanilla Ice fan. You know what I'm saying? Hammer, I liked Hammer for like an album or two. But Hammer had real talent. Like he could dance his ass off. He had like 40 people on stage doing something. You know, he had big hit records. The thing with Hammer was, again, it was like being that he was mainstream and he got a lot of backlash for that. And then like you're dissing like Redman and Run DMC and Tribe, and those are like already like they already got like a huge fan base. So when people hear that, like they're like, yo, we gotta cancel Hammer. He dissing Q-Tip and Phife Dawg, and we can't have that. And you know what I'm saying? So, you know, but Hammer, looking back, Hammer really opened the door for mainstream. Like he really set it off, and he was great. He was great. Watching his performances.
People loved Hammer, bro.
Yeah.
They legit loved some MC Hammer. Now I did not.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a different place. I loved a group also from the Oakland area named Digital Underground.
Loved them, yeah.
During the same era. Now maybe I'm childish. Maybe I just like a grown man walking around with a thing on his nose. I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But for the MC Hammer had the two songs I like by Hammer.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is You Can't Touch This.
Right.
Because it has zero intro.
Right.
It buzzed straight to the funky.
Yep.
Can't touch this. Don't. You
yep.
know what I'm saying?
For the whole song.
Yeah, the whole song. So I like that one because it cut straight to the whatever.
Uh-huh.
And he had a song called Pumps in the Bump.
I actually like that. Like when that came out in the beginning, I hated it because it was like it just sounded cheesy. But I actually like the song now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then he had like the two different videos with like one video he's in the Speedo, and then the next video he's like in the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, with in that,
yeah, you know what I'm saying. But that song is funky though. I like it.
Yeah. But the Pumps and the Bump remix, yeah,
right.
Because it comes out right before a song called Too Legit to Quit,
right.
And then Too Legit to Quit momentum rolls the Falcons and all that stuff in Atlanta. Okay,
right.
So
no, that was Too Legit to Quit came out before. Cause that was Funky Headhunter was like after Too Legit to Quit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Man,
you know what I'm saying? I had what's his name? Mark Wahlberg when he was a rapper. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. I had that first album with Good Vibrations, and he had Wild Side and I Need Money, and that the first album I didn't care for the second album, and then he started doing acting. You know what I mean? But that first album was dope, and somebody said Beastie Boys. Beastie Boys to me were always great. Like in the beginning, I didn't know what they was because like their first album had like rock on it,
right.
And I'm like, are these like rock stars and they trying to rhyme, or they're rappers and they're trying to do rock? But like over time, I became like a huge fan, especially by the time they dropped the Check Your Head album. I was like a huge fan of them.
Right. Huge fan of the Beastie Boys, and the thing is they just took it back to the old school. They just kept their music. Now the beats were dope. I'm not saying that their production was whack,
right?
But their creative thing was, hey, we got this frat house energy, and we gonna put it on record,
right?
And that sold for them for years, bro. That sold for them for years. They didn't try to do ultra smooth midnight mix and or get on the joint with Jody Watley. Nah, they just stayed.
Yeah,
they stayed in there and created. They created a lane.
They knew their lane, but they already had the fan base, and then they're doing like Lollapalooza tours and Vans Warped tours, so they already had like that alternative and rock audience. So at this point, it's like you can't do no R&B remix. You got to stay in that alternative lane, and they just stayed there.
Right. I asked you, is there a rapper or album that you
Oh, an
that
album.
you had?
Nah, I mean, I would at that point. The thing is, like when I was in middle school, like everybody wasn't a vanilla, like especially like for our people, it wasn't like into Vanilla Ice or Marky Mark. So I think I was like the only one in my class that had those albums. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm listening to like New Kids on the Block also, and they're like, "You listen to New Kids on the Block?" I'm like, "Yeah, that." Like I love New Edition, and then the manager goes off and makes New Kids on the Block, and that was like one of the groups I was listening to. So
He tried again and got it right.
right, you know what I mean? But it was like, you know, uh, uh, I wasn't embarrassed. I just was like, I just listened to. I was just different from everybody. It was like they're not listening to the same things, or some things we listen to, but not everything. So it was like, okay, well, I mean, not everybody liked, Kid and Play, and I was a huge Kid and Play fan.
I tell you who,
Oh,
because I wasn't buying no Marky Mark, right?
right,
I'm sorry, I wasn't, right?
right.
But I tell you who I did buy a couple of groups that I bought. I bought one group early and regretted it, and the other is an artist. I regretted it because people was clowning me, but then everybody was trying to borrow my tape.
Right.
All right, so the first group is a group called Black Sheep.
Yeah.
Engine number
Yes.
9 on that New York Transit line. Everybody know the energy
Oh,
line
yeah.
in that, right?
Yeah.
One of the greatest lines in hip hop. It's probably a top 200 hip hop line ever.
Yeah.
Get people in the right?
Right.
So I bought that, and then I'm in the album, and I'm like, ooh, this dude sounds eerily similar to, and I'm talking about Drez, Dres, Drez. I'm talking about Drez. Like, man, he sounds eerily similar to Grand Poobah and Q-Tip. Is that a native tongue, or is he just being this is what he is?
Right.
Right. Also bought around the same time, I think I also, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't. I'll take that back. But I did buy a solo artist by the name of Lil Sean.
Lil Sean, yeah.
He had some joints.
Yeah, I remember him.
Your chest, clap your hands because your mom's kind of fly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, he did leave the stage. Yo, the whole album.
The whole album.
The whole album. I'm like, people like, yo, you know what I'm saying? That thing, that's corny. That's corny. And I'm like, nah. And I'll be playing it in my spot, cleaning up, whatever. People come over.
Right.
And then like, yo, let me hold the tape. I'm like, nah, you the one that said it was whack. Now you want to borrow it.
Yeah, because they see you with it now. They're like, yo, they see you bobbing your head. They want to know what that's about.
That Lil Sean, that I'm not saying, you know what? It's in the same lane as, no, it's not. Maybe it's in the same lane as what's the name of Leaves the New School first album?
Oh, A Future Without a Past?
A Future Without, yeah. So it's in the same lane as A Future Without a Past, right?
Right.
And so because there's some dope spitting at times, and then there's some real sophomorish, childish shit like going on. But it's dope.
It's dope.
But it's dope. Right? Because he had a song on the first album called "Clap Your Hands" because your mom's kind of fly.
Right.
And I'm like, what the fuck? What is this? But you couldn't stop listening to it, bro. It was like entrancing, bro.
Yeah.
It's like he had a joint. Yes, he did leave the stage. You know what I'm saying? Like he had the little, the pseudo reggae joint. Remember in the 90s, pseudo
I remember that.
Joint? Yeah.
And then he had the joint. It was Dom Perignon.
Yeah. Later,
with, that was like 95. I think that came out 96. Yeah. That joint. He had the joint. He had the joint where he sampled After 7 joint. With I Made Love for the Very First Time.
That's on the first joint.
Yeah, that's the first time I see. That's the first time I remember seeing him. I saw the video for that on Rap City.
Yo, that video was naughty, bro.
Yeah, for that time, yeah.
For that time, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, Lil Sean was, yo, I couldn't keep my tape in the room, bro. Cats. And yo, hey, my girl coming over, man. Where that Lil Sean at? What you mean where that Lil Sean at?
Yo,
Yo, yeah. So yeah, salute to Lil Sean.
yeah.
The person I was telling you about that I was gonna say I bought it,
Mm.
but I didn't. I actually did buy the K Solo, but I bought
Yes,
K
sir.
Solo. I bought K Solo and Ralph Tresvant on the same day, but
Mm.
that was like the end of '89. So I don't
Right,
know if it count for '90 or not.
right.
But Your Mom's in My Business was out
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
Sensitivity was out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I just went out and got. And
Father MC. That's an artist that don't get no
uh,
recognition. Father MC. I saw Father MC live. He was dope.
salute to Father MC too,
Yeah,
fan of the show, bro. We got to
Father
get
MC.
together.
Yeah, we gotta get Father on here. That'll be
Yeah,
fire for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, man. Salute the Father. I mean, he dope. How you feel about Andre the Giant in showbiz?
They was dope. That was like early DITC when they came out with Fat Pockets and Soul Clap. Those were my joints, and over the years, like they've done so many like great collabs, and especially Showbiz as a producer, so many great albums he's been on. And I feel like they're like when we talk about like boom bap, they're like the forefathers. It got to be like Showbiz, Diamond D, Finesse, Primo.
Yeah,
There's so many, but it's like they AG is severely slept on in that crew. Another crew that slept on too, like OC and Big L was like the biggest name in that crew.
I
You know,
think I honestly think they better than Wu-Tang Clan.
oh come on, don't do that, man. They don't
Chad,
they
am I
don't
wrong?
they don't
Chad,
got enough. They don't got enough members to compete with Wu.
what do you mean?
Nah, I mean, even in their heyday, even if you had Big L and Pun and Fat Joe, they still ain't gonna be able to mess with Wu. Wu got too many
Yeah,
spitters in that crew. You know what I'm saying? The main clan, and then you got the Wu affiliates. They got too many.
right, right. Now, shout out to Wu Tang.
Yeah,
We can't have a conversation about hip hop without mentioning Wu Tang Clan.
right.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, shout out to them. They are trailblazers. They're innovators. They went through the suffrage. You know what I'm saying? They went through the suffrage of getting out the gutter and becoming
right,
stars.
right.
All the traps that's set for a rap group to go from the gutter to mega stars and be relevant today, they did it.
Mm-hmm.
Groups
Right.
that came out alongside them that
Mm-hmm.
did Laws of the Underground.
Oh, that's my group, man.
That was, and they from Jersey,
Right. Yeah, I met Do It All in March.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
running for like mayor or something, right?
Yeah, he was at the Temples of Hip Hop, the joint out there with Karis One that he built out there in Newark. And he
Right.
was cool. He was cool. Like he gave me a dap and he's like, how's your day going? He was cool, man. And it's great to see the Lords of the Underground still out here. Like 93, their first album 93 was great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's the name came out with them too? Um, I'm gonna say their name, bro. I'm gonna say
Mm.
that, and I'm gonna just try to squeeze it in before the internet cut me off forever. But I gotta say it,
Oh,
bro. When Das Effects came out,
yes.
I was like, yo,
Yeah.
this might be the greatest group I ever heard in my life.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you
Yeah.
heard you heard all of the sewer, but when I heard Chief Rocker,
He rocking.
Chief Rocker is a top 300 rap song
Yeah,
all time, bro.
for sure. For sure.
And some would say the whole album is a classic. I
Yeah.
would agree.
Whole album. Cause they have a song called Sleep for Dinner where they talking about they were so broke that they had to like pick their nose for boogers and eat that for dinner.
Yeah, yeah.
That was just a funny, dope song, you know what I'm saying? And it's like even a DJ was rapping on that album.
Bro, they had
You know what I mean?
a song called they had a song called Lucy about how dude ate
No, I mean,
stomach.
I was talking about like Lords of Underground, but yeah, Das Effects had Lucy's on their first album.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was dope too. That was dope.
Yeah, yeah, man. I mean, so when you talk about Wu-Tang Clan and coming from the gutter or the sewer or whatever, getting it out the dirt, and then to be celebrities to this day, still be relevant, even though you don't have music out or whatever. People look at you like when they look at Das Effects, they be like, oh, y'all them dudes that used to diggity diggity. Now woo is relevant. Woo,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's no disrespect to Das Effects, but they were special. And to be in Def Squad, you had to be special.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
They went when they were like in his squad with like K Solo and Redman and EPMD, and they had to be, you had to be, that's the best of the best right there.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, man. Who else from the early 90s are we missing?
Early 90s.
I bought MC Ren first tape. I played that thing to death, bro.
Yeah, that was good.
I played that MC Ren. I got the MC Ren, y'all. I played that MC Ren to death.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, try. I know. I think I told you this last week, but I'll say it again for this show since it's a separate episode. I bought a young Chicago rapper in 1992 named Common Sense, and people they clowned me. Oh my God.
Yeah.
They was like, yo, he trying to sound like, and I'm like, yeah, he is trying to sound. There's nothing wrong with him trying to sound like, you know what I'm saying? He trying to sound like Q-Tip. Hey, man, Q-Tip ain't a bad example, bro. I mean, I know you want to be original, right? But if you're gonna copy somebody, copy him. Don't copy, Tim Dog.
Right. Tim Dog, man.
Right. Yeah, don't copy. What's my guy name from Flavor Unit? Did we say Nothing About Nature yet? Well, everybody know that. Everybody knows.
Yeah. Apache. We had Apache. Rest in peace.
Yeah, Apache.
Apache was dope.
Nikki D.
Bumpy Knuckles. Freddie Fox.
Yeah, Freddie Fox.
Yeah.
Heather B.
Yep.
Who else?
Damn, man. Boss is underrated too.
Boss is under.
Yeah.
Yo, can we talk about the Onyx years, bro?
Yes, Onyx, I'm sure.
Where are you on Onyx?
I think they Hall of Famers. They definitely need to be inducted. They got three solidified classic albums. Like the first one, and then All We Got Is Us, and then Shut 'Em Down. Shut 'Em Down was my joint too.
Oh, Shut 'Em. Just DMX on the joint takes
right.
them to the Hall of Fame.
Exactly.
Off the rip. That takes them to the Hall of Fame, bro.
Those three albums are like their best stuff, and they still dropping music now. They still touring. They doing. I think they got a documentary coming out for the Tunnel, the old Tunnel nightclub. Like they definitely Hall of Famers.
Bro, when DMX come into their joint, and all you hear is, you're like, oh,
right,
yo, yeah. My thing on Onyx is this. I think they fame expanded too fast for them. I really wish they could have stayed together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know they're together.
Right.
I know they're together, but there were some years that they were apart.
Yeah.
When dark skinned dude left.
Sun Caesar.
When he left. Right. And he didn't leave for no weird thing. He just stopped rapping.
He just left, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing weird. It was just so my thing is my roommate kept playing this single because the single was, they was like, yo, the release date is such and such and such and such. And like everybody just flipping their calendar, like, yo, the Throw Your Guns joint is coming out such and such a day. And everybody's like, yo, we only got 3 more weeks before Throw Your Guns come out.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? And Throw Your Guns come out, and even though you heard it on the radio once or twice, when you put it in your car,
facts.
You do it with the crew that don't give a fuck. Just throw your guns in the air.
Crazy.
And you like, yo, this energy is crazy.
Yeah.
The album comes out. I'm not gonna lie to you. The album comes out. I listen to the album, listen to the album. And I'm like, yeah, everything good, right? Like, listen to the album. Listen to it and you remember Walkmans?
Yes.
I'm listening to the Walkman, like, okay, no lie, hand to the man, my homeboy Sean. You know, we go hang out on the weekends or whatever, and he playing the Onyx tape.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear this bass thing come in. So it's got the high and the low in the bass, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they bust in and start going slam, da, da, da.
Yes.
And I'm like, yo,
yeah.
Where was this song at on the album?
Right.
It's on the album. It's
on
just
the
how
album.
you listen to your music.
Right.
I'm listening to Slam in the Walkman, and it's like you listening to it, like, okay, whatever.
It's not the same.
But when you listen to it cranked up, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. You got to hear it loud, yo. It's not the same like through the headphones.
Same. It's not the same.
Or on, even on your phone now, like the way these kids listen to music on their phone is not the same.
Right.
You got to really blast that. Like I grew up with loudspeakers. That's how we were bumping our music loud. I wasn't like always had the headphones on, you know?
Right. Right. They talking about it's a vibe.
Yeah.
It's a vibe, man. I ain't no vibe.
The vibe is when you hear it on some loudspeakers.
That's the vibe.
You know what I mean?
That's the vibe.
Yeah.
Right. So I listen to Onyx and I listen to Slam and Slam immediately. If y'all can imagine the animation that occurred in my head when I heard Slam going from a song I never heard of to maybe my favorite rap song of all time in like milliseconds.
Yeah.
In milliseconds.
Yeah.
I'm listening. It's like that. And when Sticky's like, I'm a B-boy.
Standing on B-boy stands. In the microphone.
Yo, come on, man.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I think their energy is still unmatched though. I don't think too many groups and artists have their energy like on stage. And even when you hear them on wax, they still got that energy, that aggressiveness.
Right.
You know, that's New York right there. That's the New York sound.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think further along in this decade, maybe a dude will come along with that kind of energy, man.
Right.
But
I mean, we had DMX. DMX energy was crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's like one of the few that can match their energy. And you know, MOP, they were like another group that had it. You know?
Yeah. Because every time I think about DMX, I think about like how he crying and rapping and reaching out, all that stuff at the same time. Like he like, yo, what must I go through to show you shit is real?
Right.
I ain't never give a fuck about how niggas feel.
Right. But see, what he wasn't like shy to show his emotions, like, you know what I'm saying? Like whether he was sad or happy or angry, like he would show it through his records. He showed on stage.
Right.
That's how Tupac was. Pac was the same way. Pac wasn't afraid to do a Dear Mama song or do, you know, Who Do You Believe In, or you know what I'm saying, or Brenda's Got Baby.
Right. Right. No doubt. Oh yeah, man. Hey, East Buju, yes, the Ghetto Boys. I'm glad you mentioned them.
Ghetto Boys,
because I gotta mention Killer Mike.
Right.
The other two dudes, I'm not really big fans of them. Right. And I'm talking about a specific 90s album, the album that came out in 93 to me was like it's like their best piece of work.
Yeah.
Right. Now, do they have good albums? Of course they got good albums. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is for my listening ear, that album that had 6 Feet Deep on it, the whole album it reminds me of that, and I know it's just gonna sound like sacrilege, but that album that had 6 Feet Deep on it.
Yeah.
With the Commodores.
I remember that.
Sample. They to me sounded like Buckshot in them.
Oh, Black Moon?
They sound like the whole crew.
Yeah.
Like on that whole album, that's what they sounded like. They sounded like excuse me, I'm trying to get this camera to act right. They sounded like rappers living life
Right.
as opposed to people living life and rapping about it.
Right.
Like legit, they got a song, they got a posse joint on there,
Mm-hmm.
called "Keep It Moving." Keep
Yeah.
it moving along, keep it moving along, keep
Mm-hmm.
it moving, keep it moving, and they got some killers on there. They
Right.
legit did they thing. So
Yeah,
yeah, man.
Ghetto Boys. The only song that they played from the Ghetto Boys over here was "My Playing Tricks on Me." They didn't play nothing else on from them. They were
Young.
like "My Playing Tricks on Me" because I was like a joint, and it was like about mental therapy. And I think like the only other joint they played was "The World Is a Ghetto." That was like from that movie, Original Gangsters.
Yeah. Well,
That was
yeah,
that
that
was
was
like
like 98, right?
95, I think that
95.
was.
Okay.
That's the only other song they played. They didn't play a lot of Ghetto Boys on New York radio. Scarface, they played a couple songs when he went solo, but that was about it.
They didn't play the joint with Beyonce sung the hook. Gangsta.
Nah, they didn't play that. I don't remember hearing that.
Yeah, that was right before Beyonce and them came out.
Right. Nah, they didn't play that. I heard Never Seen a Man Cry. And of course they played Smile because Tupac was on that. He had just passed away when that
Yeah.
song came out. They played Guess Who's Back with because Jay was on it with I think Beanie Sigel was on that. Kanye produced it. And they played My Block. But I was like that sample was used by MOP for World Famous.
Right.
That's really about it. Like a couple Scarface joints, and that was it. They wasn't playing a lot of Ghetto Boys up here in Scarface. Like we had to like really, really. At that time, if we wanted to hear them, we had to like go to the record store and buy their albums.
Yeah.
This would be like before streaming. Like now, we could just stream all the Ghetto Boy stuff, but we didn't. It wasn't playing that stuff up here.
In New York, they was playing garbage. New York was
They
playing.
they were just being biased, and that's what I stayed away from because I didn't want to end up missing out on other artists that were dope just for like our artists. You know what I'm saying? So I had to like not listen to like a lot of radio and just go with my gut instinct. So a lot of times I would buy an album. I only heard a single, like Souls of Mischief. I only heard like one single from the second album, but I bought it because it was like I never heard a Souls of Mischief album.
Right.
And radio wasn't playing them up here. They played the single, they played 93 Till Infinity, but it wasn't playing nothing else from them. So
Bro,
I had to go to the record store and buy the album and hope that
and
it was good. Yeah, I'm like, I hope I ain't got to come back and for a refund.
bro, bro, there was so much dope. And I came back in 95
Mhm.
and they was playing bullshit on the radio. They was playing, yeah, gotta get the cash, gotta get the dough, make it move, y'all. They
Yeah,
playing that on the radio. I'm like, what are
yeah.
you doing?
And he was warned not to do that song, and he still went ahead and did it, and it wasn't good. They had people telling him not to. Puffy told him not to do that song. He was like, "Yo, that song is not for you. It's for LL Cool J." And he
Right.
still went ahead and did it, and it wasn't good.
Yeah. 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 I was like, yo, come on, man. This is what are we
Yeah,
doing?
I mean they trying to get exposure. Like he underground. Mike Geronimo wasn't promoted, so if you want a major label and you underground, your audience is backpackers, but you trying to have a hit record, it's like he tried to get that mainstream hit, and it didn't work out for a lot of them.
No, it did
You
not.
know,
It did not. It did not work out for a lot of 90s rappers. The one album I think I might have bought in the
Mhm.
90s that I may not be proud of.
uh,
Uh that's tough, bro.
I got a couple. The Puffy, remember Puffy's second album,
Yeah,
with PD Forever.
yeah.
That one, that's the one with Satisfy You. That joint was crap, and he had like everybody on that album. He had like Jay-Z was on there, Redman, Nas, CeeLo, Busta Rhymes. That album was garbage. And I was like, after No Way Out, I'm like, No Way Out is his only great album to me. I'm like, I wasn't trying to buy nothing else from Puff.
No,
You know what
nothing.
I'm
I wasn't
saying?
talking about nothing else from Bad Boy. At,
Yeah,
at, at a time, maybe what, 2000,
yeah,
2000? I
yeah,
wasn't buying nothing else Bad Boy. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Even my guy, I'm gonna talk about a couple of guys in the 2000s, but nah, I wasn't even. I'm I think I might have bought Def Jeff. Give it here. Don't say nothing. Just give it here. I think I might have bought that, but I think that might have been like in the 80s.
Yeah.
Oh, the album I bought and I was not proud of. Leaders of New School second album.
I didn't like that either.
That album was garbage.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I never bought it, but I was like, when I remember hearing it, like years later online, and I was like, yeah, I'm glad I never bought it. It just was, the beats wasn't good.
And they wouldn't let Dinko D rap.
Right.
These dudes is rhyming all over Dinko D. Dinko D probably every song Dinko D might have had 20 words.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You like,
yeah.
On, you know
they had the DJ rapping. Milo was rapping on that album.
Yeah, I remember Milo.
Yeah, I'm like, Milo's rapping now, so now you got the DJ rapping with them.
But Dinko D is not allowed to rap.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Dinko D might have had one of the best verse on the Scenario remix.
Yes.
Like people, like when you go back and listen to, you know what I'm saying? Like when you listen to Dinko D, you like, yo, okay. Even the original, and when he like D-I-N-C,
yeah.
The Scenario, yeah. What's the best album you bought in the 90s?
Ah man, that's hard, yo. It's so many. I was there, like I used to make it a point to go to the record store every week. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it felt like. It felt like every week something good was coming out, and you know, if my mom went to pay a bill, I'll go with her, and then I'm going to the record store, or like if I'm in the city, I gotta make it a point to go to the record store at some point. So I was there all the time, like, you know, Ready to Die when that dropped, you know, getting that. I think the week after it was Craig Mack first album, and getting that, and you know, all the Wu stuff and the R&B stuff too. The R&B stuff was coming out. You know, SWV is dropping stuff, and Jade, and you know, Color Me Bad. So I was always at the record store. You know, it had like so many memories of like going there just for like different albums and stuff.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna phrase it from my experience. The best album that I bought, rap album that I bought in the 90s. Probably Snoop Dogg's first album.
Doggy Style, yeah.
Right. Because I didn't really have no expectations for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, this joint right here is probably gonna be like, it's gonna be good because it's Dre. Right? It's gonna be good because it's Dre, but the expectations wasn't really there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, here comes another Ruthless record. I'm sorry, here comes another Death Row artist.
Right.
Is what it felt like, right? So me buying Snoop album, and as soon as I heard Ain't No Fun, I was like, oh, this right here set it off.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's hard to do a gangster album and people still having fun. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to have like Murder Was the Case, you know, all these joints.
Yeah.
But then the Nas album, Illmatic, everything about it was perfect.
Yeah.
The album cover is perfect. The title of it is perfect. Right? Because it lets you know that he's still from these streets.
Right.
But he's still like a machine. So it's like it's Illmatic. It's like the you know what I'm saying? It's like so it's like but my sense of the sense I felt with Illmatic was relief that it wasn't whack.
Right.
I was like, yo, all this hype, bro. They just come in this whack, bro.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, it's really fire.
Yeah.
Big album. I really didn't know what to expect. To this day, when I listen to it, I'm still like, even though I know the track list backwards and forwards, I know Big, I know even all that. Even when I listen to Ready to Die, I still don't know what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Right. Like, am I getting a introverted, shy boy growing up in these mean streets trying to survive,
Mhm.
or am I getting a sociopath planting traps for people to fall in so he can hurt them?
Right.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know
Yeah.
what you're getting with
Yeah.
Big.
No. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know. Like
We only heard like a couple songs, but we didn't know what the album was gonna sound like. You know what I mean? So like for us, like the mix the college radio shows and the mix DJs, they were playing stuff before the album come out.
right.
So we had like sometimes we had that advantage already where I'm hearing like Machine Gun Funk for the first time and
Right.
Everyday Struggle and
It's my joint.
you know what I'm saying? So before the album come out, I heard like 3-4 joints already. So I'm like, okay, I'm familiar with those songs. I don't know how the rest of the album gonna sound, but
How many tracks is on there? 15? I
like
don't know.
15, 16, I think.
Yeah. I like with me, I was like, yo, I don't know how these other tracks is going.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
And so for Big, I'm still like, I'm not saying it's not great. I'm saying it's great. I just
Mhm.
still, you don't know who you dealing with. Like,
Right. Like with the Chronic, when Chronic first came out, and I wasn't into gangster rap really. Like I knew who NWA was, but I wasn't like allowed to listen to them like that. They were like their albums were being sold over the counter. So it's like if you wanted an NWA album at that time, you had to get like a parent to buy it.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, nah, not you gotta wait till like you're a little older. So when I was like 14, like when the Chronic came out, I was already a teenager. So that was like that and Death Certificate was like my introduction to gangster rap. So when I first this is the first time I'm buying anything from NWA, like any member, and I'm buying the Chronic, and when I first heard it, and I'm hearing the intro, and Dre and Snoop is like going at Easy E and Uncle Luke, and I'm like, yo, what is this? You know what I'm saying? And it goes straight into like F with Dre Day. I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
This is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that was one of those albums where I didn't know what to expect, because I'm like, I never heard anything from NWA before. So I like they already broke up and they going solo. I'm like, yo, Dre came out with this first album. I'm like, I hope this is good. And I bought it. And I was like, yo, this is a masterpiece. And I never stopped playing.
Them for one, those synthesizers.
Yeah.
And that song that you're talking about at the very beginning.
Yeah, it was.
Like, you like, rappers are rapping over synthesizers
instead
of bass lines?
Right.
It's already a classic.
Yeah.
It's already a classic. Wait a minute. You not getting Primo ain't producing this? Like, no, this is for like gangsters to do their little gangster dance. You know, like we don't know. We don't know that dudes on the West Coast got their gangster dances that they doing. We just worried about like we over here on the East Coast doing the
You know
what I'm saying?
Like, it was different. It's all produced by Dre, and then Dre got these new artists at the time: Snoop Dogg and Lady of Rage and RBX and Nate Dogg, rest in peace. Jewel, rest in peace. All these new artists, I don't know none of them except for Snoop Dogg, because I remember him from Deep Cover. He was on the Deep Cover drink, so I know him, but I'm like, I didn't know the others. I'm like, who are these other artists? And I'm hearing them rap. I'm like, yo, they different. But they got bars though. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, I mess with this album. This is dope. So I was looking forward to the Snoop Dogg album. I'm like, yo, when Doggy Style come out, I gotta get that.
Gotta get it right off
the rip. Had to get first week it dropped. I went to the Wiz. I'm like, yo, I gotta get this album, because everybody was talking about this. I had high expectations.
I got the CD and the tape.
And the tape, right? I had it on tape first, and then I got it on CD later. But I was like, yo, this was. I think it was even better than the Chronic.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? Even better, like the songs, the production. Like Drake kept stepping his production in.
The skits was better.
Huh?
Even the skits on Snoop.
Yeah, even the skits were better. Right. You know what I mean?
Bro, yeah, man. So with Snoop and Dre and Biggie, I didn't know what to expect. Right? Because the only thing we knew about Puffy and Bad Boy was Puffy was the dude around Mary J. Blige.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That was the main. The Puffy was the dude around Mary J. Blige and Heavy D and Christopher and the whole Uptown movement.
Yeah, like, Jodeci.
Jodeci and all of them. He was around them, and now he doing his own label. That's all
Right.
you do. You didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, because there was rumors that he was going to get that. What's that group name? The one he copied their style? Was it
Outcast?
Third Eye? No, not
No,
Outcast.
who's on
Was it Group Home? It was somebody.
Group Home? I never heard of him trying to sign Group Home.
Yeah, it was some group out there. Like he legit stole their style. You remember the Super Cat remix with Puffy and Biggie on it, and that style Puffy rapping in right there.
Yeah,
there was a group that rapped like that, and I think they was like, "Yo, Puffy was trying to like steal their style or sign them or something."
crazy.
Yeah. But I mean, people stealing styles, they do it all the time, bro.
Right.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? They people do it all the time. So, but I think the Snoop Dogg album is the one that I felt like was a hit.
Yeah.
Illmatic to me was like, thank God it's hip hop.
Right.
Thank God he ain't got like a chick on here like singing like a. Thank God Genuine ain't on this album. You know what I'm saying? What I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
that, I think the album that I think surprised us all was definitely the Lauryn Hill album.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
You know, everything about I gotta stop. I was gonna say that everything about the album is stolen. Even the title, like the Miseducation of, is stolen from a book. Like everything about but the album is dope. The album is dope. The album is dope. What about the 2000s?
The 2000s?
Yeah. Who was hot in 2000? Like the year 2000?
2000s. I mean, well, that was like I was mainly checking for like the mixtape stuff. In the mixtape era, you know, anything from Fabulous or the Locks or Dipset, G Unit was huge. You know, I was buying a lot of mixtapes at that point. It had to be like a very special album for me to like buy during that time. Like DJ Clue Professional 2 I bought because I was a huge Clue fan. He had a lot of those artists on his mixtapes. Capone and Noriega, their reunion album when Capone comes out of jail finally.
Oh, I forgot Nori.
Yeah, that was 2000, the reunion album. Yeah. So yeah, I had to get that. And he had Primo on that and Havoc, and that was a great album. And it was very few albums I was buying. It was more like mixtapes at that time. But like there was like Dilla when Dilla was coming out.
I don't believe you, bro.
No?
I don't believe you.
What?
You weren't buying albums in 2000?
I bought a few, but I bought more mixtapes than albums because at that time, like the rap was like changing because like it was more about the South and Nelly, and I wasn't like Nelly into Nelly and all that. And
Nelly Bell.
Yeah, I remember the songs, but like radio started just playing 3-6 Mafia when they came out with Rod and Spinners and all that, but I wasn't like a huge fan. I was still checking for Wu when Wu was still coming out with a W and all that and Boot Camp, but I was more into like the mixtapes, but it was very few albums I was like buying at that time though. It had to be special, like the Dilla stuff I was checking for, MF Doom,
So I'm not a Jay Dilla fan.
Right.
I'm not saying that I dislike him. I'm just like
right.
Whatever. Jay Dilla's all right. Like right. I never did like somersaults for Jay Dilla. Right? Like some people do, and if you do, I mean that's fine. Whatever.
Right.
Do your somersaults. But for early 2000s rap, I mean, I don't know nobody who didn't buy. What's the dude with the frog voice? Where would I be without you?
Oh, Ja Rule. Oh yeah, Ja Rule. Well, yeah, he was huge. Ja Rule. Yeah, I was bumping Ja Rule.
Yeah. So it's like some Ja Rule. It's some Jay-Z.
Jay was huge. Yeah.
I don't want to say Nas's name because at that time it was like a weird.
It was Nostradamus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The album after that, he get back on track though.
Yeah. Stillmatic was fire.
Yeah. So
you had DMX. DMX was out. Ludacris.
Yeah. Ludacris is the most underrated rapper I think the game has ever seen, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Like for his goofy style, that dude
Mhm.
can rap.
Yeah, yeah,
Like he not like out here. He not West Side Gun or some shit. He can rap.
right.
Like he ain't 38 special. He can rap. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude ain't out here. He not here like getting somebody to write his best verse. Nah,
Right.
Ludacris can rap.
Yeah, we still at Outkast was still out at that time.
Outkast was still out.
They
Yeah.
was still killing it. You know what I'm saying?
Outkast may have come out with the greatest hip hop song ever
mm,
in 2004.
mm,
I like the way you move. I know there are songs that may have outsold that song,
right.
but man,
Yeah.
like it would like when we talk about the highest selling songs of all like the best artists of all time,
Mm,
Wiz Khalifa is on the list, Eminem is on the
okay,
list,
yeah.
but it's not even joints that we like.
Right.
Like Eminem's on the list is on the list for
Mm.
the way you lie, some shit.
I mean, most of I liked his albums back then were great, but like the first singles, I knew it was gonna be commercial, so I would always skip those. Like I didn't care for like most like Real Slim Shady. I didn't like that song, but the album was great. You know, when he did the We Made It, like Just Lose It, like a lot of those first singles I just skipped over, but I knew the album for the most part would be good because he was huge on MTV at that point. He was on TRL
Every day, bro.
so he gonna do the commercial single first, and then when you hear the album, it's gonna have the real stuff to listen to. So
the real stuff to listen to, right? Yeah, no doubt. Eminem is out, and Eminem comes out in the 90s.
Mhm.
I think probably I'm not gonna say he had the best entrance into the game because I still think it's Nas,
Mhm.
but he definitely had like a top 5 introduction into the game. Like he's up there with Snoop.
Right.
Like who's this guy with Dre? You know what I'm saying? Like he's like, oh snap! You can say that twice. Who's this guy with Dre? You
Right.
say you
We
say
didn't know. When before the video dropped, I thought he was black. Like I heard the song on the radio, but there was no video. So once the video came out, I didn't know he was white because I never heard of him before. We didn't see him on nobody's album or anything.
Right.
He was an underground artist. He made his own album, and then he was in Rap Olympics battling cannabis, and that was it. And then he got the deal with Drake.
Right.
So he wasn't. It wasn't like with Nas, like he was on Live at the Barbecue.
Right.
So we knew who he was, and you know what I'm saying. But Eminem was like he came out of nowhere.
Bro, Live in a Barbecue came out, right?
Mm.
And Illmatic came out 3 years later.
Mm-hmm.
That man worked on an album for 3 years, bro.
Yeah.
And one could say that album birthed 2 superstars at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you ever heard Life's a Bitch.
Yeah.
If you ever heard Life's a Bitch, you're like, yo, who is this other dude?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I listened to Do or Die 2 about, it's August now, so I listened to it in June.
Yeah.
And I used to clown it like, man, what are you doing?
It's okay.
But lyrically, he is sharp, bro.
He still got it. Yeah. He still got it lyrically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lyrically, if you get on the track, if you a lyricist and you get on the track with AZ, you better bring your A game, bro.
Facts.
I don't care who you are. I don't care if you Jay-Z. I don't care if you
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne, Conway the Machine. It don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
You better be on your A game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So that's one thing I learned about that. But the Nas thing though is Nas introduction. I think Nas may have had the best introduction because into the game.
Right.
Because he was so great and so mysterious at the same time.
Right.
And others went down that same path and they never made it to stardom.
Yeah.
Like the dude Kid Hood. Remember the dude Kid Hood?
Kid Hood, yeah.
They couldn't make Big L.
Big L. Yep.
You know.
And unfortunately they got killed though.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You know
saying.
what I'm
Like,
saying?
what's the guy that Ice Cube had on death certificate? The dude was
Um,
like, Cali, the place where they kill Overcolor Cuz brothers don't know the deal. Not gonna have to.
I forgot. He had a lot of artists. I forgot his name. Yeah, most of his artists really didn't come. They might have came up with like one album and that was it.
That was it.
Mac 10 might be like his greatest artist. Like him and Yo Yo, like
Yeah,
his best like proteges.
I think he inflated Mac 10. Mac 10 wasn't really impressive to me, bro.
You told me that. Yeah.
He
I mean,
corny.
I thought he was dope for what he could do. He wasn't like the best lyric. I think you know what? Like when you listen to the first West Side Connection album, I think he had like his best lyrical
Because
performance on that album.
he a verse rapper, bro.
Yeah,
He a verse rapper. He's supposed to be in a group.
right, right,
Sorry, hey, some people just like that. It's like Charlie Brown. Nobody's
right.
gonna buy a Charlie Brown album because, dog, you a group rapper.
Yeah, I mean, he was supposed to be the one first to come out of Leaders and go solo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You said that shit was alright.
He was. I thought he was dope. He wasn't. I mean,
He
he's
was
still
alright.
relevant now. He's still out. You know what I'm saying? Like that's Q protege. Even though they're not talking, that's his. He discovered Mac 10. Yo Yo, she's still relevant. He discovered Yo Yo. A lot of other artists now, like that he used to have, like was it Gorilla, the Lynch Mob? They
The
gone.
Lynch Mob, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He had Caution. They gone. I think one of their members got killed also. So he had other artists. They were just that a lot of them ain't last. They didn't stay around for like past one album.
Yeah. It was like Charlie Baltimore. Oh wait, Charlie Baltimore never put an album out. Okay.
That's not her fault though. That was the label.
Cause she trash.
The label, nah, she wasn't trash. The label, I think she just got caught up in label politics and like having affairs with like different
For 40 years.
executives. I mean, I really thought Murder Inc. was gonna put it out, and then they shelved her album. So, you know,
Yeah,
they promoted her. They promoted her. You know, credit to Irv Gotti. Like he was a lot of things, but he promoted his artists.
Hey, I want to throw two artists that I keep forgetting to mention.
Yeah.
One dude is you ever heard of Ant Banks?
Yes.
Okay. And so the other one is the dude from DJ Quick.
Sugar Free.
No, not that one.
Not that one?
No, not that one.
Mossberg?
Nope.
No. Who's the other one?
I got the song in my head. I'm trying to go through it because I bought his album.
Okay.
AMG is on the
AMG.
motherfucking microphone. AMG.
Oh, yeah,
that's
AMG,
yeah.
He was dope too. Yeah.
I was going through the song in my head. I was like, I know this guy because
I was trying to think. I know Quick worked with a lot of people too.
Huh?
I said I was trying to think which one. I know Quick worked with a lot of artists.
A lot of people. And like that California gangster style, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of his artists be about the pop and the streets.
Mm-hmm.
The streets. Remember when Quick retired? He was
Yeah.
when Quick retired. He was like, yo, I got this artist. We gonna protect him. Yo, ain't nothing in the streets gonna happen to him. I'm gonna go make truces and such and such and such. And then he came home and the dude was crawling out the back door of his studio, shot up.
Crazy.
And he was like, hey, that's enough, man. I quit.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't go through it. I never knew those dudes went through stuff like that, bro. Because everybody was talking about how hard they are.
Right.
But just I guess like Scarface said, you never see a man cry until you see a man, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, you know, so yeah, man. But AMG is the guy I was thinking about. Yeah. He came out. I was at a club somewhere. I think I was in a club in Louisiana, and they was playing like a little reggae joint. I forget what the name of the group, but the song was like "Ring the Alarm." Right. Another sound is dying.
Yeah, that's not Poor Righteous Teachers. That's not them.
Is that them or was that?
They had a song called "Ring the Alarm." Oh, Fooshnickens, one of them. Fooshnickens.
Yeah. Right, ring the alarm. So they got so that's the first time I heard of Fooshnickens. Right. This one night I'm in a club, I hear 3 songs that I never heard before.
Mm.
Right? I hear the Ring the Alarm, and then I hear the synthesizer come in. It ain't nothing like oh my nigga. Words DJ Quick. I got hands like dominoes. I'm in bones. AMG is on the motherfucking microphone, and I'm like, oh, this is nice. And the other joint I heard is some group. They had a song called Doodoo Brown. Doodoo Brown. Doodoo Brown.
Too lot cool.
Yeah.
Uncle Luke.
I was like, yo, people will make a song about anything. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yep. All right, you ready for these late 2000s, the 2006, 2007, 2008?
Yeah.
All right. So I think I gotta start off with the wackest group that I have ever heard, called the Diplomats.
Oh my God!
It's the wackest shit, bro. The whole idea to it is soft, bro. It's like these dudes, and I know they grown men. I know they're not soft. But these dudes, bro, they come across like so fake tough on the screen, bro. It just make me mad, bro. Like, I know now I'm mature and it don't bother me, right? But I mean, I was like, man, come on, dog. Yo, can you pull your pants somewhat up? Just somewhat. Like a little bit. Can you like get them dragging off the floor? Like, come on, bro. These dudes, and they got Minx is half pink and half like baby blue. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
Like, these dudes look like, they make me so mad, bro. They used to make me so I couldn't stand it, bro. Like, I know people love the Diplomats, bro. I just
Dipset had that was an era for them, man. Like they discovered like so many artists, Hell Rel and 40 Cal and Purple City. I just saw Shice Bub on a platform last week talking about how they started with Dipset and J.R. Ryder. They had some spitters in that crew like that. No, not all of them got a chance to come out, but like I appreciate what Cam and what he was trying to build with Dipset and the family tree. You know, young Jewels was hungry. Like, he not hungry no more. But young Jewels, when he was like 17, 18 on the first Dipset album, and he doing his Back Like Cook Crack mixtapes, he was one of the best. You know,
I feel you, but around the country there are rappers like Mike Jones.
Right.
Who? Mike Jones.
Mike Jones, yeah.
Like these dudes are like popping. Right? Like these dudes, like I saw I saw in like one of the videos a white dude walked by where all his teeth was like gold. He was smiling. Yeah. And I didn't know who he was. Of course, we know now who he is. But back then, I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
And they had a tall rapper. They had a rapper. This rapper was like 6'9".
Yeah, Slim Thug. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you got all these dudes coming, and then you got like UGK had a joint come out with Outkast on it.
Right.
During this era.
Yep.
And to me, it's a top 200 rap song ever. Right?
Yeah.
To me, it's too, but the song was like all over the country. I was trying, and listen, I'm only saying the stuff that's out during the same time these dudes was out wearing pink trousers. These dudes was wearing pink trousers, and a dude was like, yo, I'm outside of the club, and he think I'm a punk. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Bone Crusher, yep.
Yeah, you remember that? Like all these, and then it's like the hip hop that I love. It's like these dudes is walking around with white beaters with their nipples out. I'm like, yo, these is soft as fuck. Crazy. They killing New York rap right now, bro.
Man, I mean, they was like, they were building a legacy. You know, like you can't talk mixtapes without mentioning Dipset. Dipset had like some talented artists, and then Jim Jones is like, he was on his grind because he didn't get that Rockefeller solo deal, so he's going to Koch, and then he's going to Warner Brothers, and He's doing some mixtapes with DJ Drama. He was out there. He was promoting himself. A lot of these artists can take a page out of what he did, and how to build your brand as a solo artist and not wait for your man to put you on, because Cam and Jewels couldn't put him on because they were under Rock. You know what I'm saying? And they had the Rockefeller deal and he didn't get that deal. So he had to go out there on his own and build his brand, and you see what he is now.
What is he?
I mean, he built his brand. Like Jim has his brand. He's a self-made artist. He didn't wait for Cam to put him on. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he didn't get that deal.
Triborough, this was a grown man with a size extra small white beater on and a raccoon hat. Yo, you look ridiculous, dog.
I hear you, but I mean, even then, like the stuff they were wearing, they were like hood fashionistas for us. Like before them, I didn't see nobody rocking Nike ACG boots. It was Jim Jones and Dipset that made that fashionable. I still got a pair of ACG boots, right? When they were rocking True Religion jeans, nobody was. I mean, the rock stores was rocking that, but nobody in our hood was rocking that until them. And then we went out and we bought True Religion jeans and Ed Hardy shirts and Christian Audigier hoodies, and they were rocking all of that. Kanye was still in his polo bag, and then he went to Louis. He was a Louis Vuitton Don. You know what I'm saying? Like Dipset was definitely responsible for rocking like the fashion at that time. They were rocking a lot of stuff that nobody else was rocking at that time. And then they made it fashionable.
Nobody else was rocking it because they was looking mad questionable, bro. Yo, these dudes was looking like they was fresh out the village.
The pink joint, pink. I couldn't. The pink thing was Cam's thing. That was Cam's thing. Like I got a pink Lacoste top. I still ain't rock it. It's still on ice. You know what I'm saying? But you couldn't rock pink with everything though. But it was like they wasn't afraid to just be themselves and to start a movement, and that's why people remember them. That's why some of the artists are still relevant. Hellwell and J.R. Rod about to drop an album soon together. They still relevant because of Dipset. You know what I'm saying? People remember them.
I don't remember a word any of them rappers said. And honestly, they have about 10 years worth of music, right?
Right.
And I can't remember a single word. Oh, ballin'. No, I remember that. Right.
That was a joint. Yeah, you had the New York Giants players when they would score, they were doing that in the end zone. Victor Cruz and all them.
Yeah, I remember.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was a huge hit for Jim. Jim got some hits. Like I know he said a lot of crazy stuff on these platforms, but he got some hit records. He could do a versus right now.
I'm saying I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was trying to keep up with I'm a teeny bit chat, so I'm a teeny bit older, right? So when Fab and them was wearing like the jerseys and stuff, the Mitchell and Ness, I'm like,
right,
that's a little bit beyond me, right? Like a little bit. Now the dudes that rock it, man. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. But when we start, the Diplomats, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, some of it got out of hand. I remember like there were kids like wearing like triple XL white tees down to their kneecaps, and the jersey got out of.
Was killing them on one episode.
Yeah, it got out of hand. It got out of hand after a while. The baggy jeans and I can't rock baggy jeans no more. Like, and it's crazy because I'm from that era. But when I see it now on the new kids, I'm like, I can't rock baggy jeans like that from the 90s no more.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
No, and see baggy jeans came from like baggy jeans came from like a certain era. Like it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like baggy jeans came from a lot of us getting hand-me-down clothes. Right. And you know what I'm saying? Like so I know where like some of this stuff comes from. Mm-hmm. Like people will say weird stuff like, yo, baggy jeans come from prison. That's how they know you are. Nah, this baggy jeans come from when your mama friend Gloria used to come to your house with a bag full of clothes. You know what I'm saying? And you just go through the bag to pick out something, and she like, "Now you got the bag. Now if y'all don't, you know what I'm saying? If y'all don't take what's in the bag, now y'all got to take that bag somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like it's off Miss Gloria hands. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so the big shirts and baggy, I get that. Even with boots, like even with Tim's is a New Jersey thing. Like And I'm gonna stay on topic, y'all. This is about the diplomats, right? I
Mm.
in Jersey City, we couldn't afford like in Harlem, dudes was wearing like the suede red and black Clyde Pumas with the red and black fat shoelaces. I used to be so jealous. I used to want to just rob somebody, right? Like dudes in New York is wearing like the Marvin Hagler Pumas round two. You know what I'm saying? With the fat white shoestrings in them. And we had to wear Brogans, bro. We had to wear like the Sears and Roebuck combat boot and Timberlands. Like Timberland wasn't a thing. Like Timbos, like when we were seen in Timberlands, they used to take them off of us and beat us with them and laugh and joke, right? And to see dudes in New York wearing Timbs now, I'm like, they're like, yo, Tim, yo, Brownsville, bro, that's Tim's. Nah, Tim's wearing started in New Jersey. But anyway, the diplomats thing, bro.
Oh.
I just can't, and I really wanted to like Cameron, bro. And for real, bro, I really wanted to like Cameron. I messed around and bought the Horse and Carrot, the Confessions of Fire.
Yeah. That was, I mean, Cam, when you look at it, like the Dipset ever, Cam came out with his best music. Come Home With Me, his first Rockefeller album, that was dope. And then you got Purple Haze, which is like his best album.
Yeah.
You know, he had some joints. He was everywhere at that point. Like they like credit to Dame Dash for like really promoting them. Like they had a movement that was a real thing, and many fans still have a lot of fans.
Yeah.
You know, but they still beefing. It's like I want to see them get back together and stop beefing and every couple years they're going at it. And I'm like, man, this is what happens when Jim went solo and started his own brand. It's like he got cocky now. So now he feel like he bigger than Dipset.
Probably.
You know?
Probably.
I mean, he good. I gotta give credit to Jim. He hustled as an artist should and promoted himself to where he is now. But if it wasn't for Cam, he wouldn't even be in this spot right now. Like they owe everything to Cam. Cam could have been like, yo, let me get out of Harlem and take care of my mom and think about me. He bought Jewels and Freaky Zeke and Jim with him. And they bought other artists along with him. He didn't have to do all of that.
Did Dipset kill Lil Wayne music?
Did they kill Lil Wayne music?
Yeah.
What you mean?
You remember how hot Lil Wayne was? What time people were saying he was the GOAT? Remember that?
Right. Nah, I mean, Lil Wayne promoted. He collabed with them. I think he was still hot when Dipset came out.
No. I don't mean nothing personal. I don't mean nothing personal. I'm talking about did they take his place?
Nah. Lil Wayne did his thing. Like he definitely was like the one of the biggest artists then. Him and 50, they were like definitely, especially for the mixtapes.
Because 50 was out during this era too. People forget 50 was out. Also.
Yeah, like all the mixtapes he was doing, the G-Unit stuff, the regular albums, like 50.
Yeah,
50 and Wayne. Yeah, 50 and Wayne definitely was hot. Like I wasn't even a Lil Wayne fan up until Carter, the first Carter. What was that, like 04, I think? That's the first time I listened to a whole Lil Wayne album. I was not a fan of like the Hot Boys and that whole crew. You know what I'm saying? I remember like the Big Timers but I wasn't a fan of his until like the first Carter. When he came out with Go DJ, and then that whole album was fire, and then Carter 2 comes out, that was great. And then Carter 3, it was like that's what made him a superstar. Like that album was everywhere.
Yeah. I true story, I bought a brand new luxury car, right? I didn't get into it, whatever. But I bought a brand new luxury car. It's the first luxury car I ever had. I mean, and listen, it wasn't a regular at Chat. It was like a regular car that was stuff. It was like legit luxury car. You got to go to the luxury dealership to go get this car, right? So I saved my pennies, and I go and I buy this car, and it's got auto start, and so on this auto start, I have it play my music playlist, and god damn it, every time my car start, the car would play a Millie. And like, I was like, no lie, you know how you be coming out the grocery store, heading to your car, whatever. And I do that. And as soon as I crank my car, a Millie. Yo,
that's crazy.
True story, bro. I got so tired of that song, bro. Oh, I hate that song, and not because the
Yeah.
song ain't dope. It's because I heard the song. Think about
Mhm.
this. Think about every time you get out your car and start your car, a milli, a milli, a milli.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
was like, oh, because it's in alphabetical order. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh man, I hate this song, bro. Um, um, what do you think about? How do you feel about the songs that are starting to come out like 2008?
Mhm.
Like how do you feel about like 2009? How do you feel about artists like um Gucci Mane?
Nah, I wasn't a fan. I remember some Gucci Mane songs. I wasn't a fan of his though. But I mean, there was some artists that I liked, and there was like others I was like, yo, he gonna be a one hit wonder. You know, I would just like ignore those. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I was like, I was checking for like at that time like Rick Ross, Ti.
I was just about to get to them too. So
Yeah, because Rick Ross, like, and I wasn't a fan of Ross when he first came out. I didn't like his stuff. I just
I
like
didn't like.
I seen his stuff. Like we had Winston Park at that time, so I'm seeing his videos and all that. But I think when he started the beef with 50, like around that time, and when he came out with Deeper Than Rap, that's when I started checking for him, like because that was a good album.
Okay.
And to me, like 50 wasn't coming out with good music anymore at that point. He was like more going into movies and TV, and Ross was just dropping heat, and
We're talking
that's
about like
when
2011, right?
yeah. So like by the third album for Ross, that's when I really started to check for him, and then Teflon Don, it was a wrap. I was actually in Miami when that came out, and I bought it. I bought the album down there, and everybody in Miami was playing it. Every car going by on the highway, we going out to eat. Everybody was bumping on BMF, the BMF joint with him and Styles. They were bumping every song on there. The radio stations down there were bumping. So that's when I became like a real Ross fan. He was just dropping the better music at that point. You know what I'm saying? And he had a
Yeah.
good ear for beats.
That is that the Aston Martin music era?
But yeah, that was the joint he did with Drake and Chrisette Michelle.
Yeah.
He had CeeLo on the Freemason joint, and every track on it was flawless. I'm like, yo, this is one of the best rap albums I've heard in a long time. And I had stopped buying albums at that time too. Like everything was like mixtapes, and then I had this like iPod era. So I had like my iPod just downloading everything.
Where
So
yeah,
you know what I mean? So that's like I think that's like what made me start buying albums again was like when Teflon Don came out and I actually bought it. I'm like, yo, this album is fire. And I started to buy albums. Like I took like 6 or 7 years off from buying anything. Cause I wasn't happy with what was coming out. Other than the mixtape stuff, I wasn't like with the albums. I'm like Jay wasn't dropping nothing good to me at that point, and Nas wasn't dropping nothing good. You know what I'm saying? And I was more into like
am I lost? Because I think that era you talking about was a
they
great
like '09, 2010. Like I wasn't. That was like Blueprint 3. I think around that time. I didn't like that album. I didn't buy it.
nah, I know. I'm talking about you got the Kanye albums coming out
I
like
mean, yeah, but I mean, yeah,
06.
like yeah, Kanye I was checking for. He was like the one. It was Kanye, Ross, Ti.
You didn't like Slum Village?
Nah, I like after
You didn't like Jeezy?
Slum Village. I like Slum Village, but I slept on a lot of their stuff. Like after Dilla passed away, they wasn't the same group because Dilla was the one doing all their beats, and after he passed away, they wasn't the same. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So I stopped checking for them like after Dilla passed away, but it was very few artists I was checking for. But like I took like a break from buying like six. It had to be 7 years, and then when Teflon Don
When
came out, I
when
bought that.
when Drake came out is when you started back buying albums.
Nah, not even Drake. I don't have no Drake. The early Drake stuff, I didn't have none of that stuff, right? I had that stuff on mixtapes though, but I didn't like buy the real joint.
Hey, 2010 Drake was a prompt. That man said, "Do I ever come up for discussion over double pump lattes and low fat muffins?" Like the dude lyrically is so far ahead of dudes wearing pink ass mink coats and shit,
Mhm.
and all. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When Drake, like, look, hey, look, to be honest with you,
Mhm.
Drake comes out is like Drake, and then a whole bunch of one hit wonders come out, and then you don't see the Diplomats no more. It's like because as soon as we got good music, we realized that the Diplomats was trash.
Nah, but they broke up. They broke up by that time though. Like remember Cam, like his mom, I think his mom was sick, and he had moved to like Baltimore or something, and then Jim started Bird Gang. So Jim had his own crew. He had Stack Bundles, rest in peace. He had Mel Matrix and Max. Him and Max B before Max went into prison. Him and Max B were like doing some music. So he had Bird Gang. So we had then Joel started Skull Gang. So they already had their own crew, but like they took like they had like a falling out. So
DJ Khaled was out.
I never liked Khaled. I never liked him. I just felt like he just yelled on his records. I'm like, he's not a real DJ.
Right. DJ Khaled can't. Nah, he not an artist, but he not an artist. but he had my guy. What's my guy name that was with him?
He had Ace Hood.
Ace Hood,
yeah,
is a bona fide rapper, bro, and a good guy too, by the way. So it's like it's like this era is like the era that you're talking about, bro. These dudes they didn't quit, they got knocked out, bro. This is the 2 Chainz era. This is the Lamborghini Mercy era.
I ain't like a lot of them like 2 Chainz. I never been a fan of 2 Chainz. Like I like some of his projects now, like the joint he did with Alchemist, and then the album he did with Weezy, but I was never checking for 2 Chainz. That's why I stopped buying stuff too, because I was like, a lot of these cats were whack. I'm like, I'm not buying the album. You know what I'm saying? But
like Lamborghini Mercy.
That was okay. It wasn't enough for me to buy that album though. That wasn't even one of Kanye's best albums though. You know what I'm saying? That was like a compilation joint.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I was like, because I started getting into Ross music, and then when Teflon Don came out, I was like, yo, I like this album. I'm like, let me get it, because it was something different. I didn't have nothing before from Ross. You know what I'm saying? But that's what really made me buy again. But it was still sporadically. I wasn't buying everything that was out, because we still in the blog era, so I'm still downloading stuff to my iPod. So I'm like, if I like it, then I might get it. You know what I'm saying? I was a huge Mac Miller fan. Mac Miller was out at this time. Rest in peace to him.
My favorite rap songs ever is Loud by Mac
Yeah,
Miller.
that was dope. Him and Juicy J.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, Wiz Khalifa was still good at that point, and there were others. You know what I'm saying? Then in the R&B, I was just getting into the Weeknd stuff and Frank Ocean, but I wasn't buying. I was just downloading a lot of stuff. I wasn't buying a lot of their stuff like that.
They knocked the Diplomat. Brooklyn's own Designer was out.
Nah,
Designer had Panda.
Hell no, I was checking for
Panda.
No, he don't even sound like he was from here. I'm like, I ain't like nothing.
You like Timmy Turner?
Hell no.
You like
Nah. Future, I was not a Future fan. I still don't like him.
Nah, not a Future fan.
I wasn't checking for Future. You know what I'm saying? He was huge. He had some hits out too. He had the album with Drake I listened to, but I feel like Drake outshined him on that though.
What was the joint Gucci Gang? You remember that Gucci Gang?
No. Who was that?
You wasn't feeling that, bro?
I don't even remember it.
You don't remember Gucci Gang?
Nah.
The dude in middle school walking down the hallway with a tiger. Yo, he is so high. This dude is so high. Gucci Gang. He's so high. He think he walking down that like he walking by himself, but in his mind, he walking down the aisle.
Wow.
So yeah, that's the this is the era that we at, like post Diplomats is the Lil Uzi Vert era.
Nah, I wasn't checking for him.
Uzi Vert is
Black,
21 Savage.
No. None of them cats I was checking for. I wasn't checking with none of them cats.
Come on, man. Rich Homie Quan.
No, hell no. That's when all them artists you just named came out. That's when I started listening to rock, more alternative rock music.
Oh,
because that was like, yo, I ain't buying these cats can't rhyme. They out of touch with the culture. I wasn't checking for them. I was more into like whatever. More, I was into rock. I was into Paramore and Red Hot Chili Peppers and 21 Pilots, all of those alternative bands.
I believe you turn rap away.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was garbage for a minute
You didn't
though. I
like
was
Young
like,
Thug? Young Thugger?
no, hell no.
You didn't like Chief Keef?
Nah, man. You naming all these cats that I don't like.
What about Chance the Rapper?
He was cool. I listened to Coloring Book, and Acid Rap was Acid Rap was dope.
Yo, hey, East Blue Drew said that I just skipped the Kanye. Nah,
Yeah.
y'all was shining. Y'all was too busy talking about them dudes. Y'all was too busy talking about them dudes with the panties on. Like, yeah, I was trying to tell y'all about Kanye, bro.
No,
like, Kanye.
it was I feel like the blog ever had better artists though, because they were going off the script. They wasn't going off of like what the label wanted. They a lot of them were independent, and they were like coming out with their own mixtapes and stuff. And like Mac Miller was like the first artist to go multi-platinum that was independent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't trying to. This is before he got that MTV show. He wasn't trying to do what the label told him to do. He wanted to do what he felt like doing.
Right. He just wanted to do what he felt like doing.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, you had early Kendrick, when Kendrick came out with Section 80 and Cole with Friday Night Lights. Like I was checking for them.
Right, but this is what I'm saying. Like there was a whole stretch of like we didn't even get into the Most Def, Talib Kweli.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This
right.
A lot of people. It's a lot of people that's coming out with joints, bro.
Right.
And it wasn't just about Dipset. Dipset was Dipset was a ham sandwich. Like you know how you go to the airport and they have the ham sandwiches in the vending machine? That's Dipset. Like that's what it is. They serve a purpose.
That's crazy, bro. A ham sandwich. Come on, man. You got to give Dipset they props.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? They were good. I feel like they need to squash the beef and all come back together, man. Because that was an error. Like the same way we praise the Locks, and you know what I'm saying? The Locks had an error, and you can't mention the Locks without Dipset. Like Dipset was part of that era too. You know what I'm saying? And it was.
I'm hearing. I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Maybe it's just me. I'm just a huge Dipset fan.
We saying Dipset and the Locks together.
Yes.
Yo, Lupe Fiasco. I'm trying to get to some Lupe. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get to Lupe. I'm trying to get to Kid Cudi. You know what I'm saying? Like there was some artists out during this Dipset era. They was fire. They like set the world on fire, and Dipset was just. They was all right. They was like that era in the early 80s when Run DMC was out and nobody else was out. It was like, oh, Run DMC. Man. Okay, they all right. Basically. East Blue Drew, I'm with you. I'm with you. The backpackers, yeah. And I respected and the thing is I respect the backpackers because it was like a movement for them. They just like came from out of nowhere. Like these dudes named Tyler, these dudes, what's my man name? The dude that played the drums. He rap, he sang, he played the drums and all that. I forget my man name. He
my bad.
Hey, Bro, what's the Korean dude? The black Korean dude. He made a R&B group with somebody.
Black Korean dude.
Black something Korean. AK something.
Oh, Miguel. You talking about him?
No, not Miguel. Not Miguel.
Who are you talking about? Black Korean dude?
Golly, he came out the same time as Chance and Tyler the Creator and all them. Like right after, he came out right after Drake.
The black Korean dude.
Yeah. Oh man.
I don't remember no black Korean guy. He's a rapper?
Yeah, he's a rapper. He famous, so I just can't remember his name.
Oh, you talk Anderson Paak? Anderson Paak.
Anderson Paak. Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. Like all of them
Yeah,
come
he's
out
done.
around the same era.
Right.
And it's like there's like this whole vibe of music that's out. And yeah, the Silk Sonic, yep, yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Silk
it's like
Sonic. That was a
all
great
these
album.
dudes are coming out, and it's like
Mhm.
people was talking about Dipset. They like, yo, Dipset, yo, they had a
No, we
kingdom.
wasn't. No, that Dipset was already gone when Silk Sonic came out, though. They were
I
long
know when
gone. Yeah.
no, I feel you. Like when Silk Sonic
Mhm.
came out, I'm talking about when
Right.
Anderson Paak had came out. Like that's the end of Dipset. Like I think that's like I think Jim Jones is out. Is
Yeah,
Jim Jones comes out
Jim Jones was out.
after Dipset, right?
Yeah, Jim Jones was out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah.
yeah. Like
I mean, I'm just saying, like there was a time when Dipset as a collective was one of those collectives, right? When with D Block and with Rough Riders and State Property and G Unit, they had to be dealt with. Like they had some talented MCs in that crew that's still relevant now. I just told you, like, yo, like JR Ryder and Hell doing an album together that's coming out.
never heard of him.
Oh man, that's some of the best from Dipset from that
I
era.
I see. I'm not a Dipset fan, bro.
Right.
Like I think that when Dipset was out, there was when Dipset was in their heyday. I think Terror Squad came out with a song, and it was just like all over the place.
Nah.
It
Oh
was
yeah,
like
Lean Back. Yeah, I mean,
lean back, right?
but
Yeah,
that was a different Terror Squad on the second album. The first album had the real spitters. You had Cuban Link, and you
yeah,
had Armageddon and Triple Sace and Prospect and Pun. This is before Remy even comes into the crew.
right,
Second album is just Joe, Remy, Armageddon, and then Tony Sunshine.
right,
You know what I'm saying? But to me, I think the first Terror Squad album to me was better.
right. Yeah,
You
yeah.
just forgot
Hey,
what
East
happened to
Buju,
the tunnel.
I never been to the tunnel, bro. The tunnel sound like a place. Like I
Yeah.
be hearing the stories about it. I was
Mhm.
away during the
Right.
tunnel era, like the tunnel heyday. I was away.
Right.
Like I was there.
Yep.
Like but if you talk about like the Silver Shadow and all that, like all
Mhm.
the you know what I'm saying clubs in New
Yeah.
York that was um only played like they were real clubs. They weren't just hip hop spots. Like
Right. Right.
those like in the 80s, I was at those, a lot of those.
Yeah.
Zanzibar, all of them
Mhm.
like in there with my
Mhm.
silk shirt on, thinking I'm fly. You know what I'm saying? And they're looking like Positive K.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had to say Positive K name because that's the
Uh-huh.
only name that could come to my mind that set the scene of what the club looked like. And you
Right.
remember that? You remember Dougie Fresh, Cut That Zero?
Yes, I remember that.
Cut That Zero, get with
Mhm.
this here. That's what the club used to look like when we used to go to the club back in the day.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tunnel used to have some wild stories there. I used to hear wild stories about what happened up in there. So
Yeah, by that time I was, and no disrespect to the tunnel to the part that I'm talking about, but by the tunnel, I think I was already in South Carolina. So I was already, you know.
all right. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, any 2020 rappers? Any rappers in the 2020s?
I like Griselda. I think Griselda really brought back that New York grittiness that
Okay.
we, even though they've been out longer than 2020s, but like they made a lot of great music in the 2020s. Ultra Mag salute. Um, he's from Jersey also. That's the homie from Jersey.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Salute. Salute.
Griselda, Rock Marcy, even though he's from Flip Mode 90s, but like again, like he made noise in the 2000s and
Right.
even now still relevant after like 25 years, right? And then you got artists like Shane Noah. Shane Noah, she's dope and I love what she's doing right now and 38 Special. I like what he's doing. Minus the beef he had with Jada. He's had great music and great albums. Um, Rhapsody just dropped a new album. It's phenomenal. I love what she's doing. Um, who else? There's a lot. There's a lot of dope artists. J. Cole still doing it. Kendrick, Drake. You know, Freddie Gibbs, really enjoy. The thing with Freddie Gibbs is I've heard a lot of his projects, but I think right now, like his best stuff is with Alchemist or Madlib. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I don't think he has a great album without either one of those producers. But I think because Alchemist is such a legendary producer and Madlib, like they bring out the best in Freddie, and maybe that's why, you know, maybe his work ethic and his energy goes more into those projects than the ones without them. You know what I'm saying? But he's a dope artist. But I feel like his best stuff even now is like when you say what's your favorite Freddie Gibbs album? Is Alfredo 1 or 2, or they might, you know, people will say Bandana or Pinata. I think that's his best stuff. You know what I'm saying? Also Max said, "Oh yeah, Errol Eats. I fuck with him too. He's dope." You know what I'm
Right.
saying? The Mussolini. I like him. I like it. He actually was following me on Instagram years ago, but I didn't know who he was. And now he's doing albums with Ninth Wonder, and he's dope. He got a new album with Ninth Wonder. It's like a trilogy, the Don and I Part 3, and I love the first two. He's dope. Definitely check him out. Um, it's a lot of you know, Ransom still out here doing it. Still, you just dropped a new album. You know, like I said, I mentioned to you, Dave East. I like Dave East certain projects that he come out with, not everything, because he do switch up, like he'll rhyme on like trappy beats, and then he'll switch up and rhyme on like some grimy stuff. So he's like, you know, I'm looking for, like, he's you don't know what you can get from a Davies album. Like, he's definitely different. You know what I'm saying? But he got bars. JID album last year was fire. I enjoyed
That
his album.
joint, the joint they did with Sierra.
Yes, that was dope. It was
Fire.
like an Hotel Atlanta. Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of you know, V Don is fire. He's a dope producer and rapper, and it's a lot of Little Ito. Little Ito is dope as well. I've been listening to him for like a lot of years, couple years. He did an album with Muggs during the pandemic. He's done some other projects. It's a lot of you know, Bad Seed. Shout out to Bad Seed. You know, he's been doing it for a minute. He's dropping heat. You know, it's a lot of artists, bro. It's a lot of artists, Unc. It's a lot of artists.
Hey, let me do this before we wrap up. I want to put you on the spot, but I'm gonna ask you to pick which one you want to talk about, A or B. Now, A, I have in my head is something that we talk about a lot, and it always puts you on the spot. And B is something we rarely talk about, something we need to talk about, but you may not have enough time to give the answer that you want.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask you, which topic you want to talk about, A or B?
Let's talk about B.
Okay. All right. So here's topic B. Everybody, we're gonna do this before we wrap up. I'm gonna Schauberg give his answer, and then we'll get out of here. I can give my answer some other time, or I can give it today. In fairness, whichever
Right.
time permit. Right. Schauberg, you love hip hop, right?
Mhm.
And you love movies, right?
Yes.
Tell a chat your favorite hip hop movie moment. Of all the stuff you've seen in hip hop over the years, and all the stuff you've seen in the movies over the years, like in Juice, where Omar Epps is scratching, and EPMD standing there like, yo, that's dope.
Right.
Like, tell me your favorite hip hop movie sequence.
Oh man. Favorite hip. I love I'm gonna go with House Party 1. When I'm gonna go with when Kid is the battle between Kid and Play, like Kid versus Play, that's actually on the soundtrack. When they actually battling at the house at the house party.
That is dope.
And I just thought, and I actually went to see that in the theater for my birthday. You know what I'm saying? And
wow.
Just watching the two of them battle, and I kept thinking, I'm like, I hope this don't turn into like them breaking up, because they never did nothing like that before.
Right.
For them to
Right.
actually like make a song out of that, put it on the soundtrack, and then actually playing out that song in the movie where they battling each other, it was dope to see. It was dope, and that whole movie was epic, man. Like just kid sneaking out at night trying, and then he got to get back home, and his father is Robin Harris, and
Yeah.
that was crazy, man. Like
And his
I think a
father
lot of
trying to get some rest because he's trying to get extra hours at the plant.
right,
He's
right,
like, yo, I need this overtime, man, because your
yeah,
mama like
and,
he keeps stepping on kid feelings.
right,
Like, man, I met that white girl. Like
yeah,
he just the whole movie he's stepping on kid mama, right?
right.
But
And I think they had, and you could tell like they were friends. They had great chemistry even on screen too.
right.
So not just in the studio or on stage, it's like on screen when you're seeing them, they play off each other. You know what I'm saying? And you know the cat Martin Lawrence it was in that, and Daryl Chill and Tisha Campbell and AJ was it AJ Johnson is her name, I think.
AJ Johnson.
Yeah, that was a great cast, man, and you know,
Right.
that was a great scene. I remember seeing that. I remember in the theater, like people were like, "Who won the battle?" Like, was it Kid? Was it Play? And you know, Play had some nice lines in the beginning, and then Kid just got him. Kid got him back at the end, and he was like, "Well, you didn't play. You just got played out." And
He played him. Yeah, he
fire.
played him.
Like, bro, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, man, like that was just dope. I mean, it's others, man. You know, it's the Juice. Juice is so many great scenes in Juice. I couldn't like just pick one.
Hey, before you jump to Juice, can I just point out in House Party when MOP was performing on stage, when Kid Play was backstage dealing with the blind rappers, and MOP is actually on stage performing hardcore. Y'all want some hardcore? Yeah, we like it raw. How about some hardcore? Right. Yeah, we like it raw. That's House Party 3 or House Party 2 when Ralph Tresvant is performing Yo Baby Yo.
Yeah, he was at they had the pajama party at college.
The pajama jam. Yeah. I just wanted to point those two out because those two in that whole, there are so many. Like you was naming stuff, bro. I didn't want to cut you off. I just wanted to like throw those in there too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like when TLC was not TLC but Immature was performing in the hotel lobby. Remember that with Chucky Booker? Yeah, like it's like the joint had some. You know what I'm saying? It had some joints in there. I'm sorry to cut you. I just want to
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, somebody said LL Cool J and Omar Epps in Too Deep. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah,
I went to see that too. That was a good movie.
Yo, you got like a couple of seconds for me to tell you my favorite.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, so I ain't gonna draw it out, everybody. My favorite is the Eminem B-Rabbit battle scene in 8 Mile. The end, not all of them, because when he was rapping on Next Level, like the jigga 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 showbiz. The rap for that, I felt like those two raps wasn't that strong, but the last battle scene when they go and then you hear Shook One's Part 2 come on, and the crowd's like, what, and he just, and you know what I'm saying, he just go off on, and he just go off like everybody in the 313, throw your hands up or whatever. To me, it still give me chills. Like when I see it, I'm like, yo, that's what hip hop is supposed to, you know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be about, like that. But that's my favorite, right? But I know there are so many other scenes, man.
Like I like how people are just like, yelling out the lines from In Too Deep with LL Cool J. Jay Reed. I remember that movie. That movie was great though.
Yeah, that was it, but that's dope though. Like it's just so many different, because here's the thing, everybody. So I love movies and I love hip hop, and sometimes I love when both of them be together. Not all the time, but sometimes I love when all of them be together, right? And so when there are scenes in movies that's just like it's hip hop, like when Kane steal this when Kane steal the rims off the dude car.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when he jumped in the dude car, like, yo, he's like, oh, come on, man, we supposed to be brothers, man. Shut up and order me a cheeseburger.
Right.
Like just, and then Kane come rolling back. Right, the dude had the same car and the Daytons that Kane had wanted. Right.
Right.
And Kane rob him, jack him for them Daytons, and then make him go through the thing and buy him a cheeseburger. And then Kane come around the corner and Computer Love is playing. Doom.
Yeah.
And they showing the rims, whatever. Like to me, I love stuff like that in the movies. Oh, East Drew said Shotters.
Shotters, wow.
Y'all know I love Shotters, man. Hey, try, but you got anything else before we dip?
Another movie?
Nah, if you want to do another movie, that's fine. I was just asking if you had anything before we wrap up.
I mean, like I said, like 20, like I feel like there's a good crop of MCs, better MCs now than we had in like the 2010s.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's just that I don't think necessarily all of them are going to be stars because it's like because of streaming, because of like the social media. I think they might have to find the avenues to. It's a better crop of MC. I think back in the 90s, I think it was easier in the 90s for them to be. It's more opportunities for them to like have their own sneaker or have like their own cooking show or their own podcast. I think it's more opportunities for the artists to branch out and be their own star without depending on the label or like a A&R for them. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at Action Bronson, he got his own sneaker with New Balance, he got his own cook.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's still dropping albums. You know what I'm saying? So
and him and Mayhem.
I like the crop of MCs we have now, though. I think it's a better crop of MCs now.
Okay.
Yeah, all Mayhem Loren, right. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like I think like a lot of some of them are like taking the initiative now to collaborate with old school artists. Like there's a West Coast artist named Jay Worthy, and he's dropping a new album on Friday with George Clinton, and he's taking like some of the Parliament Funkadelic instrumentals and rhyming over them, and including George Clinton on that album. I think that's dope for his audience that don't know who Parliament Funkadelic is and George Clinton. To like, let me go back and listen to Maggot Brain or listen to One Nation Under a Groove. You know what I'm saying? So I like the fact that this artist that's
Mothership
collaborating
Connection.
with man. some of the legends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I appreciate that. That last, I thought you hey, so question A. I'll tell you what question A was. So question A was name your top 3 rap beats of all time.
Oh,
right? Man. That's question A. That was gonna be question A. So and that's why I gave you a heads up. I was like, you already heard this question 1 million times. So but question B was just name your favorite hip hop moment in cinema, in movies. Right. And there are so many, like you pointed out the obvious one, and I pointed out an obvious one, but there are so many, man, they everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like just a hip hop moment, like a rap moment, like even though Keith Sweat is an R&B singer, that moment in New Jack City where he already performed before Nino Wedding.
Yes.
You like, yo, that's classic, bro.
Yeah, that was dope.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's so many, man.
I got another one. Like, even though this movie is not like a hip hop movie, but it has hip hop elements. You remember the movie Kids?
Yeah.
that came out. Like in that movie, they showing you how to roll a blunt. And I never seen before then, I never seen a movie show you how to actually roll a blunt in like a
Right.
Philly, in like the Philly blunt joint. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they
Right.
showing you literally like when you hear the song from Redman, How to Roll a Blunt, they should have played that song in that scene where they all in Washington Square Park and they split in the Philly Open and they put in the weed in it and they roll it and they light it. You know what I'm saying? Like they showed you how to roll a blunt in that scene in that movie. Right?
Right.
And then when you hear like some of the songs that's being played in that movie, when they're playing the Artifacts wrong side of the tracks, they playing Jay with the Damager, the original, they playing Tribe Called Quest, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a
Right.
hip hop movie, you know what I mean? And they have
Right.
like a young Rosario Dawson in that film, and that's a classic film right there.
Right. That's when edgy HBO used to be super edgy. Remember HBO was in last place and they was just doing whatever they could to survive.
Right.
Like HBO was putting movies like the like Kids and a whole bunch of yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, thank you for joining me, bro. I know it was on short notice, but I felt maybe we just needed to talk about it, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
I think your movie selection, like I'm not critiquing the conversations. I just want to point out something that I enjoyed though.
Oh,
Did the movies part that you pointed out about the two friends battling? You know what I'm saying? Over their dream, like both of them want to be big time rappers. You know what I'm saying? That I felt like that was dope.
Yeah.
You know, and picking House Party. When House Party had so many different music and hip hop elements in it. Like the I forget the name of the kid when they first walk into the club. House Party 3, I forget what the dude name is, but they do the group with the cross color clothes on. They performing on stage.
Right. I know
I forget what he when the girl walk up to him like, "Hey kid," and he like, "Oh kid," like he all goofy. So, yeah, House Party got joints all going through it. Not to mention, Ain't My Type of Hype just in that House Party joint is crazy.
Yeah, they all dancing and it's crazy,
bro. The irony is, the song "Ain't My Type of Hype" is made by the bullies that's outside that can't come inside to the party where the little kids is in there dancing. Right. There's like so many ironic parts in there, but the song fit. Even when they just remember when they start the dance scene, they don't start the dance scene from the beginning of the song. They just started from the horns, and they just lined up, and they just go, House Party, bro. I think that was, that's an excellent, that was an excellent answer, bro.
Thanks.
Yeah, man. I gotta step my I see now that I gotta step my questioning game up so I can get these elite level answers, bro.
Oh man, yeah.
Hey man, but hey, chat. Thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for coming through and hanging out. This is like a pop up joint, man. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I'm hoping that we can get chat. Let's see if we can get 1,000 views. Maybe I'm gonna put that on the thumbnail. Like, please click on this video so we can get 1,000 views.
Yeah, for sure.
But thank y'all everybody for coming through. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. And if you like us like you say you do, hit that like button. We out of here, y'all. Peace, everybody.
Peace.